On a rainy night in Central Florida, a battle between the cellar-dwelling teams in the East and the West in the United States Football League. From the West, the Los Angeles Express, the East, the Orlando Renegades. Hi, everybody. Fred Manfro along with Billy Taylor here in Orlando, Florida. It's raining out tonight. It's been raining all season on the Los Angeles Express. Ownerless, league-run problems. They say in '86 they will have an owner for the team. However, tonight, Billy, the problem is fielding a football team.
Well, they only have 36 players that they're suiting up. They've had 28 players on injury reserve and 14 out for the year with knee surgery. The league will not allow them to go out and sign any more players because they're trying to cut down on expenses.
Well, things have been down for the Los Angeles Express. There's a positive note here in Orlando for the Renegades. Talk of a possible merger with the Tampa Bay Bandits, and they have a quarterback who's really developing in Reggie Collier.
Well, Reggie Collier, I'm a great fan of his. He's really developed as a quarterback. He's improved in every area, and I think if Orlando's going to be successful, he's the key.
So upcoming here on a rainy night, it'll be the Los Angeles Express taking on the Orlando Renegades. The USFL on ESPN Friday night is brought to you by McDonald's. It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's, and by MasterCard. MasterCard International, so worldly, so welcome. And by IBM Personal Computer. See them at the IBM PC Classic, now in full swing at a store near you. Upcoming, the kickoff between the Renegades and the Express here in Orlando.
You work hard for your money, and we're working too. Giving it all, making breakfast for you at McDonald's.
You work hard for your money, so nobody gives you those great tasting deals at breakfast like McDonald's.
It's a good time. Don't you work hard for your money? For the great taste of McDonald's.
MasterCard, find me a bargain.
MasterCard International, so worldly, so welcome, so worldly, so welcome.
Maybe something in blue. MasterCard, you're so chic.
Well, that's the weather picture here in Orlando on this final game of the season for both the Express and the Renegades. It began raining about 1 o'clock this afternoon and has really continued surprisingly here in Central Florida. Billy, usually have the big cloud bursts and it goes away, but it's been a pretty steady downpour and we have a natural surface field here.
Well, Fred, I love it because I love the mud, because the Los Angeles Express does not have to worry about injuries because people very rarely get hurt in the mud.
There's a man who has not enjoyed this 1985 campaign, John Hadel, who'll be out of a job following tonight's play. And there's a man that is perpetually up. He can talk bad, he can talk good about bad weather, about a bad football team, and I'm talking about Lee Corso, the head coach of the Orlando Renegades, pacing up and down the sidelines, anticipating eagerly the kickoff of this football game. Neither team really enjoying what you would call a good football season. The Los Angeles Express, 3 victories against 14 losses, and there are the victories. San Antonio, they really blew them out. A tight win against Houston, and another tight ball game against Portland. Now we look at the Renegades. The Renegades have put some victories against some pretty good football teams, especially when you picture Memphis, their first win against Tampa Bay. So the Renegades looking with a 4-win and 13-loss record. We see the Los Angeles Express far across the field in their final pre-kickoff huddle of this 1985 campaign. Some say possibly the final game of the existence of the USFL franchise in Los Angeles as we know it. They had a game at Pierce College in the Valley last weekend that drew 8,200 people, the Express did. And there's a lot of talk that an owner will buy the team and move them out of the Coliseum of Los Angeles into Pierce College and play their games there in the fall of 1986.
But you know, Fred, there's a lot of people in California that love to watch football. I think it would be a great place for the LA Express.
Well, Jerry Parrish, one of the best kickoff return men in the United States Football League, going deep. He'll be receiving the kickoff of one of the best kickers in pro football, according to Marv Levy, who you often hear on commentary on USFL football. Tony Zendejas, a man with a great foot. and who is probably headed for the National Football League in the Washington Redskins. Zendejas on a wet evening. The rain continues to fall. The football game is underway. Zendejas kicks it high. Parrish will take it at the 8. To the 20, and that is it. Parrish was hit at the 20-yard line. A good tackle made immediately by Kevin Turner for the Los Angeles Express. It'll be 1st and 10 for Reggie Collier and his Orlando Renegades as they have the football. And the Renegades are a good first quarter football team, Billy.
As a matter of fact, Fred, they do most of their scoring now, and I think LA Express has got to stop them in this first quarter if they're going to make a ball game of it.
Offensively, a new number in the lineup tonight for the Renegades. Number 31 is Lonnie Johnson. Now he comes out of the ball game immediately. And we already have a substitution before the first play is run. We have one lone setback. In motion is Parrish. Quarterback Collier looking to throw, looking down, fires the ball. Incomplete, intended for Joey Walters. Walters out of bounds after making the catch at the 33-yard line. We mentioned that the Orlando Renegades, a strong first quarter football team. Look at the comparisons here.
Well, that really is a direct indication that Lee Corso gets his team ready to play early. And if they can maintain what they do in the first quarter the entire game, they can really be a successful team in the future.
But look at that quarter number 3, what happens to them.
That's where they get hurt at, the third quarter.
No score in the football game, just underway. We're in Orlando, Florida. It's raining. Final game of the USFL campaign for the Renegades and the Express. The Renegades have the football. In motion again is Parrish. Collier to the near side. Fires the pass incomplete. In and out of the hands of Parrish at the 25-yard line. He was hit hard immediately. And we have John Higgins making the hit. He is joined on that Express defense by left defensive end Fletcher Jenkins, left tackle Georgia Chica. Charlie Ussery is at right tackle today. Ben Rudolph the right end. The linebackers Melantree, Carson, and Howard. The cornerback at left side is Eddie Scott. Right cornerback is John Warren. John Higgins is the strong safety, and Wyman Henderson is the free safety. Third down for the Renegades. They've got to make 10 for the first down. Shotgun for the first time tonight. Over the middle of Parrish. He has the first down. Parrish still on his feet at the 45. Fumbles the football. It will roll and still rolling loose. Finally fallen on by the Renegades. Coming up with the football, Jeff Smith for the Renegades. And there was a series of strange bounces. And finally, Jeff Smith fell on the football for the Renegades after they get the first down. And we watch this one and watch the bizarre play that shapes up here.
But Jerry Parrish does an excellent job of running with the ball in the open field, and he really didn't put the ball away. When you get in the open field like this, you have to make sure you put the ball away. But then on a wet field, it's easy to get stripped of the ball and to cause turnovers. A great tackle, though, on the play. And LA Express really just the kind of luck that has been with them all season. They don't get the ball.
Henderson tried to scoop up that wet pigskin, but he couldn't do it, and it will be first down for the Orlando Renegades. Now the official said the ball went out of bounds, and it will maintain Orlando possession. So they say that the ball squirted out of bounds ever so slightly, and it will be Orlando football at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Renegades.
Fred, that was a delay pattern. The receiver delays and comes across the middle, and he waits until the linebackers make their deep drop, and he had plenty of area to run in.
No score in the football game. Just underway here in Orlando. That's Curtis Bledsoe in the backfield, along with the shotgun set quarterback Reggie Collier. 4 wide receivers for the Renegades on this first down. Collier with time over the middle. The pass is complete. At the 44-yard line, diving forward, Jackie Flowers. Andy Rich making the hit for the Los Angeles Express. Danny Rich from Weber State, a very consistent football player in 1985 for John Hadel's crew. A gain on the play of 4 yards. So the ball will rest at the 44-yard line.
You know, Fred, they were trying to do the exact same play with Jackie Flowers, but I noticed Curtis Bledsoe in the flat wide open.
Now we have 2 backs flanking quarterback Collier. That's Lonnie Johnson along with Bledsoe. Bledsoe to the right of the quarterback. Now Bledsoe gets the handoff. Blocker in front of him. Bledsoe driving forward to the 50-yard line, shy of the first down by about a half a yard. But Curtis Bledsoe, who last season gained over 1,000 yards with the Washington Federals, this year Not a very good season yardage-wise for Bledsoe. Only 730 yards coming into the game, but he picked up a good chunk here.
If you're watching the replay, both guards are pulling, and really all he does is sit in the shoulder of Ed Fulton, number 64, and 63, Tom Dornbrook, and really just uses his power and gets a couple extra yardage. Curtis is not really the most talented back, but he picks up the good yardage when he has to.
Gives you that 110% hustle. Third down, short yardage now, directly at midfield for Orlando. That's Walters in motion. Throw by Collier to Walters for the first down. Joey makes the good scoop off the top of the grass to pick up the first down for the Orlando Renegades at about the 47.5-yard line of Los Angeles. The old man, they call him on that Renegade ball club, Joey Walters.
But the play action really set the play up, Fred, because Joey Walters was wide open, and if you watch the play action to the running back, it just fooled everybody. Everybody went for the flake, and if he had thrown a perfect pass to Joey Walters, he would have had a lot of room to run.
11:56 to play in the first quarter here at Orlando. No score in the football game. The Renegades have had the football since the opening kickoff. The ball resting at the 48-yard line of Los Angeles for the Renegades. Collier at quarterback from the shotgun. Some pressure. Throws the ball complete. Bledsoe makes a catch in heavy traffic at the 45-yard line. Danny Rich, though, hangs on to Curtis Bledsoe after the gain on the play of about 3. The ball will rest at the 45 of Los Angeles.
As you watch the replay, Reggie looked off his first receiver and came back to a secondary receiver, and that is the mark of the quarterback we were talking about in pregame that has been improving from week to week, Fred.
A 3-yard gain on the pass completion to Curtis Bledsoe. Reggie Collier, of course, a great quarterback at Southern Mississippi. Lots of potential. Starting to realize that potential in this season. Now he's crouching down behind the center. Pass incomplete. Jackie Flowers was there, but out of bounds was Flowers when he made the reception. So the incompletion will set up a 3rd down and 7 for Collier and the Orlando Renegades. Looking to set up the best finishing record in the history of the franchise, whether it be Washington or Orlando.
Well, the best record previously was 4 wins in 1983 with the Federals. This year they have a chance to do better and make the 5th win. I think they have an excellent chance tonight, Fred.
The ball still at the 45-yard line of Los Angeles. 3rd down. You see the efficiency for the Renegades on 3rd down plays. They have 7 to go on this one. Lone setback is Bledsoe again. 4 wide receivers, 2 either side. Pressure. Collier eludes that pressure. He has running room, but he decides to loft the pass. Complete for the first down at the 20-yard line. Jeff Smith makes the catch. Wyman Henderson, the free safety, making the stop, but not before a big first down for the Orlando Renegades.
Well, Fred, that's exactly what a dangerous Reggie Collier can do, because the pass rush was excellent. They did a good job of trying to penetrate against Reggie Collier. He comes out of the rush, really has a chance to either run or pass, spots the open man, and picks up what they call a big play. Great catch and reception by Jeff Smith. That's what you call a big play, Fred. That's what Reggie Collier does for you.
Number 78 for Los Angeles, Clay Rule, looked like he might have had a shot at him early, but the great speed possessed by Collier just ran out of the problem.
And that's why he's such a tremendous athlete, Fred.
19-yard line of Los Angeles. 1st and 10 for the Renegades. 10 minutes exactly to play in this first quarter. Shotgun again for Orlando. Collier looking over the middle. Good catch. Ball jarred loose out of the arms of Parrish at the 18-yard line. Who comes up with a football? They say the football still belongs to the Orlando Renegades. It looked like Jerry Parrish recovered the ball. Ed Fulton also down there trying to get that football. The stop made by Howard Carson, and we'll see what happens here.
He just delayed, and it was a simple delay pattern. He came over the middle. The ball was thrown a little bit too high. The receiver did not have time to really bring it down, and it was an excellent hit.
No gain. We'll call it 2nd and 10 on that short completion. Again, the 2 backs flanking Collier. Hand off to Bledsoe. Bledsoe fumbles the football, rolling loose. Well, wait till they untangle here. Curtis may have recovered his own fumble. Again, we have a wet football this evening. It's been raining all afternoon. Georgia Chica down there fighting for the football. Bledsoe fumbled it, but he came up with his own recovery.
If you're watching the play, both guards are pulling. He's trying to get in the hip of number 63, and he didn't give his guard a chance to work for him because he was too close to the guard. An excellent hit, and the ball just popped free. That's what I love about these rainy games, is you never know what's going to happen, and the fumble really will decide the game.
Curtis, you see the mud on the arm, lost a yard on that fumble. It's 3rd and 11 for Orlando at the 20-yard line of Los Angeles. They've come up with the big third down plays on this first drive. Pass by Collier, complete. Smith is going to go in for the touchdown. Collier was hit as he threw. He found Smith, who eluded the tackler, and 6 points on the board for the Orlando Renegades.
You know, Fred, as you watch the replay, the LA Express had a blitz on, and Reggie really shows the poise of a great quarterback. He gets rid of the ball just in time to the open receiver. Smith does a nice little move and goes in untouched. That is what you call big play football. Jeff Smith from Reggie Collier.
Wyman Henderson, the man turned around there by Smith. Brockhouse will attempt the extra point. Brockhouse has missed just 1 extra point this season. He'll kick out of the hold of Cater. The kick toward the uprights, and you see it splits them true. So 8:17 remaining to play in the first quarter here in Orlando. The Renegades out in front, 7-0.
If you'd like to make your play for a personal computer, don't get bogged down with worries about software and expandability. Come to the IBM PC Classic. Explore the best-selling IBM PCs and the latest in IBM software and options. With prices under par, you'll have a clear shot at higher productivity. You can get things rolling at the IBM PC Classic. So, drop in. It's now in full swing at a store near you, or call your IBM representative.
When the big Q flows, America goes.
Still beautiful, Dad.
Took your brother through college, take you wherever you want to go.
On Quaker State.
Right. Smooth oil flow is what you want, protects the engine. See, Quaker State starts with Pennsylvania-grade crude, delivers stable viscosity.
You get great protection with the Big Q.
Hey, how come you know so much?
From listening to you.
Quaker State. The big Q stands for quality. Always has, always.
Well, Orlando on the Reggie Collier to Jeff Smith pass have the 7-0 lead here in Orlando. 18th game of the season for the teams. It's been a long season, but yet a short one in the same breath.
You know, it's incredible, Fred, is talking to Reggie Collier before the game. He said he was going to throw the heck out of the football. And on that drive, that's a picture-perfect drive for their highlight film.
Brockhouse will kick off Bodie along with Haynes deep. High kick, but a poor one. Bodie will take it at the 20-yard line and bounce out at the 21-yard line. So we have 8 minutes and 12 seconds to play in the first quarter. Orlando in front of Los Angeles, 7-0. And when we return, we'll see what the young man, the quarterback, Steve Young for Los Angeles can do.
Meet the pole climber. He's trying to hook up his TV to cable without paying for it. His first cousin is the converter. He's trying to modify his cable TV converter box to receive pay channels without paying for them. But what you're doing is illegal. You're stealing. Every state in the country has laws that make stealing cable service a crime, punishable by substantial fines, and in some cases, imprisonment. So listen, don't think stealing cable TV isn't a crime, because it is. Be smart. Call your local cable company to hook you up legally.
Eight minutes and 12 seconds remain to play in this first quarter. Here in Orlando, it's rained all afternoon. Steve Young, the quarterback for the Los Angeles Express, leading them on their first offensive play. Young, with a depleted offensive unit, gives off to Tony Bodie, his running back. Bodie up to the 25-yard line. David Graham there along with Ron Freeman. Defensively for the Renegades, Kevin Killen is at the left defensive end. Defensive tackles are David Graham and James Scott. The right defensive end is Scott Hutchinson. Linebackers Kelvin Atkins, Ron Freeman, and Ed Jackson. Quarterbacks Jeff George and Albert Gray. Lupe Sanchez, a man to watch. Number 21 is at strong safety. Another heavy hitter, number 20, Victor Jackson at the free safety. 5-yard gain by Tony Bodie, the 3-year pro from Montana State, setting up a second down and 5 from the 25. Again, Bodie with a carry. First down, Los Angeles to the 32-yard line. Tony Bodie had an excellent game last week against Arizona. In fact, it was his best football game since the very first USFL game he played in. And of course, he outgained Herschel Walker in that game in 1983. Herschel had 65 yards on 16 carries. Tony carried the ball in the Coliseum 13 times for 77 yards. And he got a lot of publicity out of that. From Montana State. First and 10 for Los Angeles. They trail 7-0. 7 minutes exactly to play. Young, the southpaw, looking to go across field with a pass. He's got some good protection, something he hasn't ordinarily had. Tight ropes it along the sideline. He's out of bounds. They mark it at the 36-yard line. You talk about protection. Young has been sacked, and his compatriot, Frank Sire, 74 times this season.
That's about 4 per game, Fred. And as a quarterback, you can begin to look at the defensive line instead of looking downfield after you get too much pressure. But right there, we just saw Steve Young really show the athletic ability in which he has. He's in the league with Reggie Collier as far as mobility.
Well, there are two guys who could play halfback, wide receiver, quarterback, anywhere you put them on the football field except the line, and they'd be a stand-up. Second down and 6 for Los Angeles at their own 35. They trail by 7. Long count. Quick pass. Complete. First down for Los Angeles. Out of bounds goes Gary Lowell at the 48-yard line of Los Angeles. The stop made by Ed Jackson.
You know, Fred, I really like their game plan. They're going right at them. In the first quarter, they really have had tough time because they've been outscored by their opponents something really crazy. And I think that their first quarter this time, they're really going to have to get going because they're in the hole right away.
7-0 thanks to that Collier to Jeff Smith touchdown pass on the first possession of the football game. Steve Young, the young man from BYU, wearing a knee brace, a flak jacket, and everything else. Hands off to Tony Bodie. Bodie squirts over the 50 down to about the 47-yard line. Nose tackle David Graham there to make the hit, along with Ed Jackson, the right linebacker for the Orlando Renegades, with 6:27 to play in the first quarter. Orlando in front, 7-0.
You know, watching them go at Orlando's defense, Fred, you can see that when they're healthy, they really have a great game plan because they mix it up with the run and the pass and the rollout, utilizing Steve's talent.
Well, Orlando is number 14 in the league defensively. 14th against the rush, number 6 against the pass. Why pass when you can run so easily against them? Second and 6 for Los Angeles in Orlando territory. That's Sherrod in motion. Young again to throw. Some time. Downfield with a pass. Incomplete. The pass intended downfield for Gary Lowell. Albert Gray, the right cornerback, was all over Lowell. But legally, according to the officials for tonight's game, we have the referee as Wesley Ward, the umpire Ed Manning, and the head lineman Jack Pittich. As we watch the replay here, watch the coverage.
Fred, the guy was wide open. The coverage is a zone coverage, and both men had time to break on him. Steve Young did not get the ball there in time, but really, Albert Gray did an excellent job of defending on the play. Steve should have stayed in the pocket a little longer, Fred. I thought so.
3rd and 6 now for the Los Angeles Express. Again, Sherrod, the man spinning in motion on the 3rd down. Young with some time over the middle. The pass caught. First down for the Los Angeles Express. Darren Long, the tight end, hit immediately by Kelvin Atkins, but a first down for the Express.
You know what's incredible about that is because LA Express, their 3rd down efficiency has been less than 30%, and it's really a plus for them right there to be able to pick up that.
The football will be marked at the 35-yard line. 5:22 to play in quarter number 1. Orlando leading 7-0, but Los Angeles on the drive.
Look for Bodie to get the ball again, Fred.
Again, Sherrod in motion. You said it, Billy. There comes Bodie trying to get outside. He will not do it. Beautiful tackle by Jeff George, the left quarterback, just upending Tony Bodie, but we have a flag down, a holding call against the Los Angeles Express. And John Hadel this afternoon lamented the fact mistakes will kill us, especially penalties.
I think the reason for the penalties and the mistakes is because when you have so many different people in and out of your lineup, it does not develop any type of cohesion offensively or defensively, and you got players that do make mistakes, and that is what hurt the Express all year long, Fred.
Well, the ball will be marched back beyond the 40 to the 43-yard line. Here's the call. That was a holding penalty against Los Angeles.
Second and long is really hard situation to put yourself into, but you shouldn't try to get it in one big play. Try to pick it up maybe in 2 or 3 chunks.
Wide to the left side. At the top of your screen comes Chris Haynes. Sherrod is winging on the right side. Also on the left side, Darren Long. It's Sherrod in motion now. Young to throw. Complete to Long. Oh, check that. Tony Bodie. Bodie brings it out to the 35-yard line. He's going to be shy of the yardage for a first down by about 9 yards as he is hit out at the 35. We watch it again.
As you're watching the replay, it was a simple, just the running back comes out of the backfield. He looks him off, just gives him a simple dump pass. You see both the guards come out, and he sets up the block. As a running back, you try to set up the block. And he picked up half of the yardage, which he lost on the previous down. I think it puts him in a better situation, Fred.
One of the tacklers there for Orlando, Lupe Sanchez, who had 13 solos against Baltimore last week at the loss. Jeff George also there. 2nd and 9. Ball resting at the 34 of Orlando. 4:34 to play in the first quarter. Los Angeles trailing 7-0. Flare pass complete to Mel Gray. Gray with a first down, out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Mel Gray, who has been injured with a knee problem and really playing just about 50% of capability, picks up the first down. Elbert Gray ran him out of bounds.
But he looked awful quick on that play. It was the same play that did to the opposite side with the 2 guards coming out, leading the way for him. All he has to do as a running back is set the guards up, give him a little fake in, then go back out. That sets up the whole play and really does a great job of picking up the first down.
They mark the ball at the 21. Now we get into the mud part of this field, this natural grass field here in Orlando. 1st and 10 for the Los Angeles Express, trailing by 7. Sherrod doing the spin. Mel Gray just squirts through. And Gray, quick as a flash, is inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Victor Jackson, the free safety, making the hit. But I was really surprised to see Gray pop out of there, and as he runs off, Mel Gray is limping.
He's the leading rusher for the Express, but he just stayed behind the left side of the LA Express line. The big guys, Derek Denard and Mark Addix, and they have a gigantic offensive line.
I'll tell you, that offensive line of theirs makes a lot of people in pro football drool. Lee Corso, in fact, told us if there was a franchise he would trade straight up for, it would be Los Angeles. 2nd and 3. Tony Bodie with the first down and goal to go now for Los Angeles at the 7-yard line. Victor Jackson again on the tackle. Also there, Ed Jackson. So the Jacksons combine for the Orlando Renegades.
Fred, I love this type of play. You got a muddy field. You got players getting dirty. You're not going to be able to see their numbers. He stays right behind the left side of the line, Mark Addix and Derek Denard, and goes right through a nice little hole. And that is what offensive football is right about. Go straight at them and just dare them to tackle you.
You say you like to see the numbers get muddy. I don't. 1st and goal to go for Los Angeles from the 7-yard line. Sherrod in motion. Hand off to Bodie inside the 5. Tony's leg drive stopped at the 5-yard line, maybe to the 4. Lupe Sanchez, the strong safety up there to wrap him up along with Victor Jackson. And Lee Corso, the coach of the Orlando Renegades, lamenting the fact that his strong safety and free safety makes so many tackles.
There's a direct indication that somebody up front is not doing the job, Fred. Fred, I love this kind of football, really, because the LA Express, the strong part of their team is the offensive line. They're showing it right here.
Goal to go for the Los Angeles Express just inside the 5-yard line. They trail 7-0. 2.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Again, Sherrod in motion. Bodie off the right side. Bodie into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Tony Bodie scoring his first rushing touchdown of the season.
It really is incredible because there's 18 games in the season, and he waits to the 18th game to get his touchdown. As you watch in the replay, he goes over the right side of the line. Mike Ruler, the center, Ed Fisher, Harold Norfleet, and really they just blow the Orlando Renegades off the ball, and he goes in literally untouched because he's not a big guy, so he needs a lot of room to get in the end zone like that. I love it, Fred.
With 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the first quarter, Los Angeles could tie this football game at 7-all as the young man who is almost automatic in his efforts, Zendejas, will kick out of the hold of Jeff Partridge, trying to tie the game. Kick is up, and we have a deadlock at 7-all with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to play in the first quarter here on a rainy night in Orlando. Now we have a problem down on the field. Let's see, maybe a flag, but we're going to commercial. 7-0, 7-7 tie, Renegades in the Express.
This bud's for everyone who's got what it takes to make his own breaks.
Are we on? This is Paul Martinez reporting to you from the International Airport.
Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
From the International Airport, this is Paul Martinez reporting.
Thank you, Paul, and welcome to the news team.
To Paul Martinez, my son.
This is a revolutionary advancement in shaving from Gillette Research. The brush. Gillette announces Brush Plus. A shaving concentrate and brush in one. A brush to lift your whiskers with the soothing warmth only a brush can give you. A concentrate with extra softeners and lubricants that are massaged deep into your beard for a shave that is superior. New Brush Plus from Gillette for a superior shave.
Saturday's best USFL matchups right here. The Arizona Outlaws and Memphis Showboats collide in a crucial showdown. Catch the live action only on ESPN.
Well, we're deadlocked 7-7. The kick was good by Zendejas. We had a flag thrown by the offside against the Orlando Renegades. The Express obviously want that point up on the board, and they will have the football at the 40-yard line to kick.
You know what's impressive, Fred, is both teams have come out and really put together excellent drives, and I think we've got the makeup of an excellent football game here.
Jerry Parrish standing in the end zone by about a yard, awaiting the Tony Zendejas kick. Zendejas, who played his college football at Nevada Reno, born in Mexico. Zendejas liked to play soccer down there. Deep kick. Look at that ball sail out of the end zone. 1st and 10 now for the Orlando Renegades at their own 20-yard line. And Reggie Collier, who has thrown the touchdown pass for the points on the board tonight for the Orlando Renegades, will come on the field and start action for his football team here momentarily. Reggie Collier having an excellent evening. Collier through the season has thrown 12 touchdown passes on the year, completing better than 53% of his passes. And we have about 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the first quarter here in Orlando. The Renegades of Orlando, the Express of Los Angeles, even up at 7.
Tackle the big jobs with the right equipment, right at your fingertips at your nearby True Value hardware store. This Campbell Hausfeld Road Pal plugs into your car lighter to become a portable air compressor and emergency flashlight. And this Wagner Power Painter gives you a smooth finish fast. Get an instant flame from this Surefire self-igniting torch kit. And look at all the accessories you'll get with this Shop Vac 16-gallon wet-dry vacuum from participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
Here's pro football quarterback Danny White for Bike.
Folks, the word's out. Bike coaches shorts aren't just for coaches anymore. They're for everybody. These are the original coaches shorts. Comfortable and versatile. Mr. Spark. Great for golf or softball or a neighborhood football game. I throw them, I don't catch them. I would wear them to work, but I wear another Bike original instead. When you want the original, what you want is Bike.
We have it knotted at 7-7 between Los Angeles and Orlando here in Central Florida. Los Angeles just tying the ball game up moments ago. Tony Bodie taking it in. Los Angeles with an impressive scoring drive. Just as impressive as the Orlando Renegade first scoring drive.
Well, Fred, it becomes a chess game now. Now it's Orlando's turn.
And the man directing that Orlando chess game is Reggie Collier. Collier to throw, as he has done so well this evening. The pass complete to Lonnie Johnson. Johnson from Indiana spun down at the 26-yard line, 4 yards shy of the first down. Lonnie Johnson hit by Danny Rich, and Rich did a nice hit on Lonnie Johnson. You saw him helicopter down. They marked the ball at the 25-yard line.
Fred, I love this type of football. You never know what the offense is going to do. They come out with a screen their first play. This is wide open football. I think for Orlando to be successful, they must do this and keep it going.
1 minute, 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. 7-all is the score. Johnson and Bledsoe, the backs lined up in the eye behind quarterback Collier. Johnson, the up back. Bledsoe gets the fake. Quarterback Collier going long. Out there is Parrish. Parrish makes the reception. Sliding down at the 25-yard line of Los Angeles. They rule it incomplete. Parrish had the football momentarily. He was impeded just a bit in his vision by John Higgins, who was trying to go stride for stride with the fast Parrish, but he couldn't do it.
If you watch in the replay, the ball was slightly underthrown, but the receiver made an excellent adjustment to come back and get it. Reggie Collier had excellent protection, but I think the ball was a little slippery and just slipped through Parrish's hands.
Let's see what Jerry does here. It's down. Oh, he should have had it.
But I still saw interference on the replay, though, Fred. I guess I'm an offensive-minded person. I saw either face guarding or something.
Third down and 5 from the 25 of Orlando for the Renegades. Collier in the shotgun. He's done that often this evening. Pass complete to Smith for the first down. Smith with a touchdown reception and a big first down catch. Now they rule it incomplete. He was being wrestled for the football by Trent Bryant, the left cornerback, and Bryant apparently won out on who had the football, and he knocked it loose. Let's watch here.
Well, Bryant made a great hit on the ball because he hit him just as he got there and put his helmet to his helmet. I think that knocked the ball loose. But Fred, the point I wanted to make is the play previously, they went for the bomb. Even though they didn't complete it, it's going to spread the defense out.
Trent Bryant is back deep, awaiting the Cater punt. Cater skies it high. The ball will take a bounce and take an Orlando big hop. Rolling, still rolling inside the 25, down to about the 24-yard line with 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Los Angeles and Orlando tied 7-7.
When the big Q flows, America goes.
Hey, that truck runs, a Fisher & Son doesn't.
Only gets the big Q. Quaker State.
Well, you can depend on number one.
Fuel pop, they start with Pennsylvania grade crude.
Nothing like Quaker State.
It's a one-of-a-kind formula. Stable viscosity, keeps the oil flowing, protecting, no matter what.
No substitute for quality. I got two great partners.
Quaker State. The big Q stands for quality. Always has, always will.
Oh, my arm.
Rub something on it.
I got Ben Gay. I don't want to go back to work smelling like Ben Gay.
Don't. Try Sports Cream. It smells nice and clean.
Does it work?
Sports Cream has a strong, clinically tested pain reliever. It starts to penetrate immediately to relieve sore muscle pain.
No workout today?
Sure. I feel great. Why?
You, usually smell like Ben Gay.
Not anymore.
Sports Cream, the fast-acting pain reliever that smells great.
First and 10 for the Los Angeles Express at their own 24, following that Greg Cater punt. Steve Young at quarterback for the Express. Again, Sherrod, the man we'll see in motion most of the evening. Flare out left side. Bodie with some blocking in front of him. Bodie with the first down, still driving forward to the 46-yard line. Good individual effort by Tony Bodie. First down at the 46 of Los Angeles.
Great job of running after he caught the ball. They are going to do that play until Orlando stops it. They bring an offensive guard out there with him. All he does, as you watch in the replay, he sets up the offensive guard, and he just sets them up the way he wants to do them. You see number 77 number 70 get out there and really throw a great block. Tony Bodie does an excellent job of open field running and really just runs with great determination and effort and almost breaks it all the way.
Number 70 is Derek Kennard. Little guy, 6'3", 285 pounds as we approach the end of the first quarter.
Small guy.
And that's it, the end of the first quarter here in Orlando. With the score, Orlando 7, the visitors from Los Angeles, the Express 7.
Wow. Is that Kawasaki's new Eliminator?
Yep.
Never seen anything like this on the street. I hear it'll turn 0 to 50 in less than 2.2 seconds.
Yep.
Don't suppose you let me, see for myself?
Nope.
That's some bike, cowboy.
Oh, you like this big, bad eliminator sweet thing?
That's why I bought it.
Special financing on new Kawasaki's now available through July 31st, 1985.
What do you call a charcoal that doesn't need lighter fluid? Convenient.
Matchlight charcoal. What could be more convenient?
Monday, ESPN wraps up the USFL's regular season with one of our best matchups of the year. Bobby Hebert and the playoff-bound Oakland Invaders meet the explosive Houston Gamblers. Houston has to win in order to make the playoffs, so expect them to go for broke. Live Monday on ESPN.
This is the GOT 16-quart cooler. It's better insulated than any other cooler of its size. In the bottom, the sides, even on top. And because the GOT 16 is better insulated, it does a better job keeping things cold. The GOT 16, it's the colder cooler.
Get ready, New York, for the first title game to come your way in 20 years. The championship of the USFL. Sunday, July 14th, the United States Football League will crown its champion beginning at 8 p.m. at the Meadowlands. This is your chance to see football at its best. Tickets are available at the Meadowlands box office and all Ticketron outlets.
Orlando got on the board first to take a 7-0 lead. Tony Bodie scored for Los Angeles to deadlock it at 7-all. We're beginning the second quarter. A pitch to the right side, flag down. Gray still on his feet. Finally bulldog down at the 49-yard line. Ron Freeman there to grab him around the shoulder pads and wrestle him to the turf. However, a flag
illegal
back.
motion, number 30 on the offense.
And the ball carrier, Mel Gray, charged with the penalty. Mel Gray in the first quarter limped off the field, but apparently he had that knee worked on a little bit, and it's back in at least 50% working order for Mel Gray, the speedster. Now Gray out of the football game, and Tony Bodie back in. First quarter look with a 7-7 score at the end of the first quarter. You see Orlando going to the air, as Reggie Collier told you he would, Billy.
That's right. He's here to pass. That's what he is. He's a quarterback.
What a change for Reggie Collier. Express with it, 1st and 15 following the penalty. Young downfield with a pass. Caught at the 50-yard line. Chris Haynes making the catch on a comeback to make the reception. Going to be shy of the first down by about 6 yards. So it'll be 3rd down.
As you look at Steve Young, Fred, he's had a tough year. He's had numerous injuries, and he really looks good today. He looks mobile, he looks healthy, and I think he's going to go out a winner.
I said 3rd. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 for the LA Express from their own 49-yard line. Gary Lowell splitting out of your picture. Handoff. Tony Bodie inside Orlando territory to the 46-yard line. David Graham, the tackle, making a stop, along with Ed Jackson for the Orlando Renegades.
You know, Fred, I see that great tackle, Gary Zimmerman, number 56, is in there, and Bodie ran right over him, and that's how he picked up those extra yards.
We were talking about Derek Kennard's size earlier as the Express face a 3rd down and short yardage. Gary Zimmerman, 6'6", 280 pounds.
And he could play for my team anytime.
Great speed.
Looks like they're running again, Fred.
3rd and short. And off to Bodie. He's got the first down as he spins inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. Kevin Kellen, the 2nd-year pro from Minnesota, making the stop for the Orlando Renegades, but a first down for the Los Angeles Express. We have a tie football game, 7-7, just underway, 2nd quarter.
And watch, Fred, they go right over Mike Ruther and Mark Addix, and really look at the surge by the offensive line. Any running back could run behind that, even you or I, Fred.
Maybe you could. Haynes will split to the top of your screen. That's Steve Young, the quarterback, on the 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line of Orlando. Again, Sherrod in motion. Young, he's gone downtown with it. Underthrown, intercepted by Jeff George for Orlando at the 10. George still on his feet to the 20. He got lateraled off to the 25-yard line. Victor Jackson got the lateral from George on a smart play. They bring it up to the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Orlando Renegades at their own 25 as Jeff George picked off his 7th pass of the season. Just underway, 2nd quarter, tie football game. Orlando will have it when we come back.
Here in the driver's seat, I can tell you real quickly if I'm driving a true road car or something else. This Mazda 626 lives up to the name. Nice wheeling overhead cam engine, smooth shifting 5-speed, even adjustable suspension. This car really likes to run. This is one refined road car. It's also fun to drive.
And at $88.45, it also lives up to the value you expect from Mazda. Mazda 626.
Introducing the amazing Minolta Maxim, the world's easiest SLR, because it alone has built-in automatic focusing. Look, Maxim's autofocus lets you get perfect shots before others can even focus. Change lenses. Maxim again gets the shots that used to get away.
Only the human eye focuses faster.
Minolta Maxim.
Only from the mind of Minolta.
As you watch in the replay, Steve Young was really pressured, and I think that's the reason why he threw the interception. But he's had his share of injuries, and he takes another hit after the play. And he's had so many sacks this year, he might be a little bit shy about taking those hits. But I tell you, a quarterback is a tough position to play.
And the ball was underthrown and picked off by the Orlando Renegades' Jeff George. And then George handed off to Victor Jackson, who took it up to the 26-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 for the Renegades and Reggie Collier. Reggie to go to the air. Up into the pocket, downfield, pass tipped, but caught by Orlando at the 50-yard line into Los Angeles territory. Jerry Parrish caught the ball on the bounce off the fingertips of Trent Bryant.
As you watch the pressure on Reggie Collier, he is literally unfazed by it, and that is his improvement as a quarterback. He sits in there, there's everybody going all around him. He still has his face focused downfield, and really he throws a bad ball, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Jerry Parrish made an excellent reception, great concentration on his part.
They marked the ball just inside Los Angeles territory at the 50-yard line.
Fred, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
You got it. 1st and 10 for the Renegades. 7-7 tie. Pressure coming. Pass complete to Bledsoe. Collier, despite the pressure, completed the pass. A good grab by Bledsoe, one-handed, and a good gain on the play after it looked like it was going to be a loss.
As you watch in the replay, Reggie Collier really shows his quickness, quick arm, because he got rid of the ball with no time to even do anything. Bledsoe made a great one-handed catch, a great spin move, which they do not teach, and picked up some positive yardage. Nice pass and nice run.
11-10 to go, and Bledsoe comes limping, hopscotching off the field here.
I better go suit up, Fred.
You better. For the Orlando Renegades, 11 minutes to go in this half. To the 40-yard line, the Renegades come. Richard Crump with the carry. Richard Crump, good football player up in Canada, also for the Breakers of Boston. And now with the Orlando Renegades, he's going to be shy of that first down by, it looks like, about the nose of the football. 3rd down and short yardage. Crump out of the ball game. Curtis Bledsoe back in, so Curtis shook off that injury that took him out for one play. 3rd and short yardage for the Renegades. 10-19 to go in the half. Bledsoe gets the first down to the 37-yard line. Wyman Henderson, the free safety of Los Angeles, tackling Curtis Bledsoe, the 4-year pro from San Diego State.
Fred, he went over the left side, Ed Moransky and Tom Dornbrook, and really that's just basic football going right at him. Coaches always feel that you should always pick up 1 yard or less.
Well, that's the veterans side of the Orlando Renegades line. Moransky with the Raiders for 3 seasons in the National Football League. Dornbrook, of course, with the USFL champion Michigan Panthers, as well as Pittsburgh and Miami in the National Football League. 1st and 10, shotgun for the Renegades. Collier with time to throw, looking downfield with the great arm, fires. Walters there, out of bounds. Walters trying to drag the foot to stay in. Joey's still complaining that he had the reception. The official right there waved it off. Don Jones beating.
He was close to inbounds as you look at it, but he was out of bounds. The official made a great call. Joey Walters is a great receiver, but he did not get that last foot in, as you notice on the replay. Great call by the official. I really hate to agree with officials, but it was a good call.
Ball at the 37-yard line of Los Angeles. 2nd and 10 for the Renegades. Tie ball game, 7-all. Overload of receivers on the left side. We have 3 of them at the top, 2 to the bottom on the right side. Collier with 5 receivers out there. Pressure. He's got a lane on the left side. Collier to the 30-yard line, and what a tackle at the 32-yard line. As soon as Reggie was stepping to the 30, he was really hit by John Higgins, the 2nd-year pro from Nevada, Las Vegas. And now we have some tempers flaring on the field.
You know, Fred, that was a great open field tackle as you watch Reggie Collier, because he is so tough in the open field. But number 20, John Higgins, the safety who made the play, is the best hitter on the LA Express. And it was a battle against finesse versus strength. And on that time, John Higgins won. Nice tackle. Nice tackle.
It looked like Reggie was at the 30-yard line, and all of a sudden Mr. Higgins said, "You're not going anywhere, Reggie."
John Higgins is a hitter, Fred.
5-yard gain by Collier. Ball at the 32-yard line of the Orlando Renegades with the football. They have it in Los Angeles territory. 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Out of your picture, another receiver. So we have 4 wide receivers in the football game for the Orlando Renegades. Collier working from the shotgun. Curtis Bledsoe, the lone running back, gets the football, and Curtis slips down as he hits the 31-yard line to the 30. It's going to be shy of the first down by 3.
You know, Fred, before the game, Reggie Collier was telling me that he really doesn't like to run as much, and the reason is because he said they hit a little harder this year than they did last year.
For the
Orlando,
whole league.
First time out.
As you hear the timeout call, the whole league has improved here in this season. We have 8:02 to play in the first half here in Orlando, tied up between the Gades and the Express, 7-all. When we come back, the Renegades will have a 4th down.
Hey, neighbors, look for this new sign along the Gulf Freeway. Why, it leads you right to the fabulous El Paso Barbecue, where you'll enjoy marinated brisket smoked in mesquite, ham, fajitas, and our homemade barbecue sauce. Come on down to El Paso Barbecue and enjoy Rory Kelly playing the banjo. Whether it's brisket, fajitas, ribs, or a grand baked potato, remember El Paso Barbecue for dining or catering. It's fine West Texas-style barbecue, made the way you like it. Just take the Edgebrook exit. We're right behind Stereo Warehouse.
America today is moving in a bright new direction. Together, we're creating more jobs than our nation has ever before known. And across the country, thousands of chambers of commerce are playing a vital role in our economic growth and a more prosperous future. Chambers of commerce help establish businesses to grow, new businesses to get started, and consumers to find the products and services they need. So remember, your local Chamber of Commerce is working for you.
The ball for the Renegades at their own 31-yard line. They have it 4th and 4, 7-7 tie. Lee Corso in the perpetual pace along the near sideline. There's tight end Bob Nizolik and quarterback Reggie Collier, who makes the call. We have Bledsoe and Lonnie Johnson in the backfield. Johnson the up back. Walters and Parrish the split receivers. Fake handoff to Bledsoe. Collier throws the ball downfield, tipped away at the last minute. Parrish was wide open. Coming in to make the tip, Henderson. A good defensive play by Wyman Henderson, the free safety. Parrish had beaten both defenders back there, was standing in the end zone waiting for the ball, and it was just tipped away by the 5.
Downfield, number 63 on the offense. Loss of down.
As you see, a flag drop. Tom Dornbrook was downfield ineligibly.
As you watch the pass in the end zone, there was no chance for him to catch it. Wyman Henderson made a touchdown-saving deflection. It was a great play by Wayman Henderson.
So the penalty will be tacked on here. And it'll be back to the 41-yard line. The loss of the down. And it'll be first down for the Los Angeles Express. So on the 4th down, Lee Corso decided that he was going to go for the first down. Passed up the field goal try. And we still have a tie football game, 7-all. Steve Young with Sherrod spinning in motion once again. And off to Bodie. Bodie spins out of a tackle. Still going is Tony Bodie to the 43-yard line. And Bodie's not the biggest of guys. He's only 5'11", 205 pounds. But he puts the leg drive in and the spin, and he picks the ball up to the 44-yard line.
Now, this is when a running back is on his own. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage by Ed Jackson, does an excellent job of getting away from the tackle, breaks tackles, and really this is what you call extra effort by a running back. He only picks up 2 or 3 yards, but those were 2 or 3 tough yards. Those were on his own.
On the 2nd down, Young gives off to Bodie again. Bodie won't go anywhere this time. David Graham got him by the uniform jersey, would not let go, and then just tugged Tony Bodie to the mud.
But you know, Fred, what hurts a running back is the penetration by the defensive line. David Graham was able to penetrate through there and was able to stop Bodie before he got started.
6:33 to play in the half here at Orlando. 7-7 is the score. The Los Angeles Express with the football, 3rd and 8. The ball resting at their own 43-yard line. We'll have a receiver going wide to the top of your screen. That's Gary Lowell. Chris Haynes along with Darren Long splitting to the bottom of your screen. Quarterback Young to throw on the 3rd and 8. He has a lane to run. He has the first down into Orlando territory. Big gain for Young. Caught from behind at the 29-yard line. Was hit by Albert Gray, the right cornerback, who nailed Young. But Young scrambled for the big gain, a first down in Orlando territory at the 29.
As you watch on the play, it was excellent pass blocking. He had time to throw. But again, it was a 3rd and long situation, which has hurt L.A. all year. But Steve Young, if you watch, he has so much time that he decides to run it.
Now look at that wall just formed right there.
Really, I mean, he had 40 yards of field in front of him just to decide which move should I do now. That's a great feeling to be in the open field. He should put that ball away, though.
5:28 to play in the half. 7-7 tie. Los Angeles with the football, 1st and 10 from the 29 of Orlando. Tony Bodie gets the handoff, gets hit. Still going is Tony Bodie. Fumbles the football. I think the whistle blew after that football popped loose. Did it not, Billy Taylor?
I thought it blew a little bit too soon. I think Orlando should have that ball, but it was a great defensive pressure by the Orlando Renegades.
Ed McElhaney applying the clutches to the football and going down the field with it, but the whistle, they say, had blown.
You know, Fred, it's a game of chess game because in the first quarter, L.A. was able to run the ball a little bit. Now Orlando's penetrating a little bit better on defense and stopping some of those running plays.
Still at the 29-yard line. Will be 2nd and 10 for the Los Angeles Express. 4:50 to go in this first half here in Central Florida at Orlando Stadium. Deadlock 7-all. Sherrod in motion. Young draws back, wants to throw, lobs it complete to Bodie. Bodie to the 25, sidesteps the tackler there, down to the 22-yard line. Tony Bodie snowed under at the 22. Lead tackler James Stewart for the Orlando Renegades. Also there, Victor Jackson for the Renegades, and Griffin.
As you watch in the replay, this is what a running back is supposed to do. He is always supposed to make the first man miss. He does an excellent move and just really creates his own yardage. Excellent move. The defender, Victor Jackson, didn't even touch him. And he picks up a 4 or 5 positive yards. Nice move by Tony Bodie.
And Tony sets up a 3rd and 2 for Los Angeles at the 22 of Orlando. At 73 yards last week against Arizona did Tony Bodie, on his way to another fine evening for the Express.
Fred, that was a great move. I just thought about that.
Haynes to the top of the screen. Gary Lowell to the bottom of your screen split. And off to Mel Gray. Gray trying to get outside. Does to the 15 to the 10. Mel Gray inside the 10-yard line to the 8-yard line. Finally, Jeff George there for the Orlando Renegades.
Fred, you're watching the replay. This is just nothing but speed. He just goes out, outruns everybody, and really shows why he is the leading rusher. Didn't even have a chance. Atkins grabbed at him, but he picked up positive yardage, almost took it in for the touchdown. Excellent run, Fred.
Also, number 21 there, Lupe Sanchez. So that Jackson-Sanchez combination combines to stop Mel Graham. We wonder if they stopped him for the evening. We mentioned he's been bothered by the bad knee, and you see him being helped off. Tony Bodie back in the football game for the Los Angeles Express. First and goal to go for the Express from the 7. Boney's scored a 5-yard touchdown earlier. Bodie inside the 5 to about the 4.5-yard line, and then he is hit by Victor Jackson and Ed Jackson for the Renegades.
But it was an excellent surge by the offensive line of the Express. We ran over that left side with Gary Zimmerman and Derek Denard. Excellent close by Ron Freeman, the linebacker, because he looked like he was going forward. Ron Freeman just stepped in the hole and really closed it, because there was a hole as you watch in the replay. Freeman steps in and closes it. Excellent job by Ron Freeman. That's why he's the leading tackler for the Renegades.
2:39 to go in the half. 7-7 tie. That could be broken here momentarily. Second and goal to go for the Express from the 5 of Orlando. Steve Young on the roll. Young looking. Young is going to be tossed out of bounds by Kevin Kellen, the left defensive end, back at the 10-yard line, and there's a flag down.
Fred, that was a terrible call. He had a hold of the quarterback before he got out of bounds. And it looked as if he tried to ease up a little bit.
Number 84 on the defense.
I don't like that call.
Well, let's watch it again. Let's see if you were correct or the officials.
Well, Kevin Kellen got a hold of him before he got out of bounds. The quarterbacks do not have skirts on. They should be tackled. Look at him. He has them right there. I don't like that call. He eases up out of bounds. Poor call. I hate to get on the officials like that, but I do not like that, Fred.
Well, the call against Kevin Kellen, still can't believe it.
Fred, I don't like that call.
So it'll be first and goal to go now for Los Angeles from the 5-yard line. Lowe will split to the top. Out of your picture. First and goal to go from that 5. Sherrod in motion. Pitch left side to Bodie. Bodie trying to get outside. Cannot do it. Coming up hard. Ed Jackson to make the hit for the Orlando Renegades. Ed Jackson inspired on that play as he came through to hit Tony Bodie and stop him.
I like to see Ed Jackson playing because he was with the Raiders when I was with the Raiders, Fred.
Now we're down to the 2-minute warning here in the first half and the final game for these teams here in Orlando. Tough defense played by the Renegades. We have a tie football game. We're deadlocked at 7-7. We watch the tough D here for the Orlando Renegades against the Express. 2 minutes to go in the half.
I've driven a lot of sports cars, but to get a legendary one for under $11,000, you're only talking Mazda RX-7. The cockpit's very well thought out. Everything's right where it should be. And nothing delivers power as smoothly as Mazda's rotary engine. All the way up through all 5 gears. Near perfect balance, too.
At 10,945, sports car value just doesn't get any better. Mazda RX-7.
Whenever I go out for some fresh air, I always take along my Freedom phone. Cordless. It sounds great inside and outside the house. This is the only cordless with a range-extending antenna for better reception. And the ringer's in back, where it's easy on your ear.
Hello?
Susan? Eric.
Hi, Eric.
You sound wonderful. I was in the neighborhood. Thought I might drop by.
Freedom Phone, the cordless that sounds clear as a bell.
Boy, hope I can find a parking space.
It's high-stakes sports on ESPN tomorrow. First, every stroke counts in our live third-round coverage of the 1985 Mayflower Classic. And 2 teams battle for USFL playoff spots. Arizona and Memphis need wins to stay alive. It's the best sports action on television tomorrow.
Well, the fans on this final game of the season for the Renegades and the Express getting behind the home folks, so to speak, as they're trying to get their Renegade defense to hang tough as they did on that last play before the break. It's goal to go for the Express from the 9-yard line of Orlando this time. 1:58 to play in the half. Young downfield. He's pressured. He's hit at the 21-yard line. Coming through to make the hit, Ed Jackson once again. Ronnie Freeman coming in there quickly.
As you're watching the replay, he just goes through the gap, just blitzes through the gap. Nobody picks him up, and it was an excellent play because it prevented them from getting closer to touchdown territory. Excellent play by Ron Freeman.
Two big defensive plays, one by Eddie Jackson, one by Ron Freeman. We have 1:53 to play in the first half here in Orlando. Still tied 7-all. The question now, can that Orlando defense rise big again and stop the Express one?
Now, a refreshing sports drink that does more than quench thirst. New Exceed Energy Drink, the energizing thirst quencher. Tests showed Exceed kept distance runners going 24 minutes longer than water, and trained cyclists finished 2.5 minutes faster. Whatever your activity, keep going longer, finish faster with new Exceed Energy Drink. Now, for a limited time, get your free sports bottle with your purchase of Exceed Energy Drink from the Exceed system of proven performers. Available at Walgreens and Eckerd's.
Welcome to Cliff Holt Auto Sales, located on FM 2351 between I-45 and Friendswood. Cliff is your low overhead country dealer, no matter what your needs. Why, just look at this tough work truck, or this mileage miser work car. How about this full-size family car, or this super nice super cab? It'll pay off to see Cliff Holt, because he can make you a deal that's hard to beat. Cliff Holt, FM 2351 between the Gulf Freeway and Friendswood.
Well, two big defensive consecutive plays for the Orlando Renegades have set up a 3rd and 18. It started out as a 1st and 5 from the 5-yard line. Now we have it 3rd and goal to go from the 18 for Steve Young and the Express. Young drops. Some pressure. Rolls out of the pressure. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Not touching him as he went out of bounds was James Stewart, not wanting that flag to be dropped as it was earlier on Kevin Kellen.
You're watching the replay, Fred. I think the secondary really has to take all the credit because they had everybody covered like a blanket. They're playing a strict zone defense, 2 men back, 4 underneath, and nobody was open. Excellent coverage, and he had to run with the ball.
And believe it or not, after all that running, Steve Young managed 2 yards. So that brings in Tony Zendejas. Zendejas will be attempting a 33-yard kick. And as you see, Zendejas is pretty deadly from that range. Partridge is holding. The snap is back. Zendejas' boot to the uprights, and Los Angeles has a 10-7 lead. So Tony Zendejas has put the Los Angeles Express in front for the first time this evening here in Orlando. It's now the Express 10, the Renegades 7.
At $63.95, you could like the all-new 1986 Mazda B2000 SE5 for its price alone. Or for its radial, spoker wheels, 40 stripes and mirrors, step bumper, and double wall bed, all standard. And of course, there's the $63.95 price. Plus the surprisingly roomy, quiet interior with a 5-speed. And that $63.95 price means you can now experience a sporty truck priced close to Toyota's and Nissan's base trucks. Mazda SE5.
Today's car engines work harder than ever. For the protection you need, look to the quality motor oils from Exxon. Protection against intense engine heat. Protection against punishing cold. Protection against grinding friction. For the protection that's just right for your car, look to the quality motor oils from Exxon. Quality you can count on.
Hello, everybody. I'm Chris Berman. Coming up at halftime, we'll take a look at our weekly stat leaders in the USFL, as we usually do on Fridays. And, of course, we'll have a look at the gallivanting Herschel Walker, who continues to run rampant for the New Jersey Generals. All that and much more at halftime.
Zendejas exercising the right leg after just booting that 33-yard field goal to put his Express in front. Jerry Parrish, who has returned 95 yards for a touchdown on a kickoff this year, awaits the kick from Zendejas. Tony approaches the ball, chips it out. It's a short one this time to the 8-yard line. Here comes Parrish to the 25. Flag down. Parrish out of bounds at the 39-yard line. John Higgins taking him out, but there's a flag back at the 21. Billy Taylor, you have to credit the Orlando defense for preventing a 7-point lead by the LA Express rather than this 10-point lead. And now we're going to have some problem here as we have another flag thrown. We'll see what the officials have come up with on the flags thrown. We have 2 of them thrown down there, 1 on the return and then 1 along the sideline. Now 2 along the sideline in front of the Orlando bench. I wonder if Lee Corso or someone along the line said a little bit too much to the officials.
I thought I saw a clip on the play, though, Fred. The defense really has got to be given a hand because they really stopped Los Angeles.
Number 59 on the receiving team. Unnecessary roughness on the defense, number 20.
Well, we have, it looks like, offsetting here. Harold Randolph and John Higgins. So we're going to have a re-kick here.
As you watch in the replay, there was somebody holding on the lower right-hand corner of your screen, and that's where the penalty occurred. You see it right there. He's holding number 53 right there in your screen. And that really allowed Jerry Parrish to get the extra yards. Nice tackle, though.
We have a minute 36 to play.
That was Wayman Henderson on that tackle.
And Wayman Henderson made the good tackle, but John Higgins was called for the unnecessary roughness. So we're going to have the re-kick here.
That's all for nothing, Fred.
A lot of exercise. That's about it. So Zendejas will put the ball on the tee again. And we'll see here on the scoring drive for the Los Angeles Express that ended in the Zendejas field goal. But at one point, the Express had the football first and goal to go from the 5, and they were driven back by the Orlando defense. Now the official is marking the ball at the 20-yard line after saying we'd have a re-kick.
The beautiful thing about the Express drive is that it used up 6 minutes on the clock, and for a team that hasn't suited up very many people, that's really a great accomplishment to give their defense a rest like that.
Yeah. After the official said we'd have a re-kick, now he puts the ball at the 20-yard line. Do you understand that, Bill?
I do not understand that, because anytime you have offsetting penalties, the play should be going over, but maybe, I don't know. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, let's see. Now, Collier is out there talking with the officials. You have the Express listening very closely to see what Reggie has to say. And Lee Corso, the coach of the Renegades, is out on the field with arms extended skyward saying, what's happening here? Collier just said the same thing. What's going on? Reggie can't believe it. You can see by the expression on his face. Here's Lee pacing. He must walk 4 miles during a football game. Up and down, up and down.
That's why he looks in great shape, Fred. Reggie has a legitimate gripe because I've never heard that before. Anytime you have offsetting penalties, they usually do the play over again.
Well, let's see. Now we're going to have another conference of officials.
But see, Reggie should be trying to concentrate on trying to get a 2-minute offense together, because whatever the official says, you have to live by it.
You have to live by it. So Reggie Collier will now go into the huddle with his Orlando Renegades. They trail by 3, 10-7, with 1:36 to play in the first half here in Orlando. Now we're ready for football after all the words were spilled out onto the field.
All for nothing.
And it'll be a shotgun formation for the Renegades. Curtis Bledsoe, the man standing alongside number 10, Reggie Collier, in the backfield. Collier going to throw downfield, complete to Jeff Smith. Smith with a first down to the 36-yard line. Smith and Collier earlier hooking up for a touchdown pass. This time they get the first down.
That really showed the strong arm of Reggie Collier, because he put the ball on the money, Fred.
David Howard there to make the hit for Los Angeles. First and 10 from the 36 for the Orlando Renegades, their own. Pass again complete. Joey Walters going high for the ball at the 42-yard line. It'll be shy of the first down by about 3. So Collier in the hurry up with 1:13 to play in the half, down to 1:10 now. As it's second down and 3. Quarterback Collier going to hang it all out there, and he's got an arm. He throws it down. We may have an interference call. We do not. As the receiver, Jerry Parrish, was down there, was tumbled down. Don Jones was back there for Los Angeles. Also looked like Eddie Scott back there as well. And we'll watch this again and see what you come up with on this.
Well, look at the tail end of the play. Number 27, Don Jones, had great position. I think Jerry Parrish just tripped over him. That was a controversial call, but I have to give it to the official. Good call because John Jones had position, Fred.
3rd down and 3 still for the Orlando Renegades. Under a minute to go in the half. They trail by 3, 10-7. 3rd down. Collier looking. Throws. Pass complete for the 1st down at the 50-yard line. Trent Bryant tackling the receiver, Jeff Smith. Smith has come up with some key receptions this evening for Orlando.
Well, Fred, what I like about that is they needed 3 to get the 1st down. They didn't try to go for the bomb. They just picked up the 1st down to continue the drive. Excellent play calling by Reggie Collier.
1st and 10 from just inside the 50-yard line in Los Angeles territory. Collier again shotgunning it. Time, throws. Smith on the reception again. Another 1st down for Orlando, this time at the 38-yard line. John Warren beaten that time by Jeff Smith. 44 seconds to play in the half, and the Orlando Renegades are hitting on all 8 cylinders as they move down the field in this 2-minute drill.
You know, also, Fred, Reggie Collier is calling his own plays in this type of offense, and really he's doing a good job.
Reggie again to throw. Now he's got some running room to the 35. Collier with a 1st down at the 25. Down at the 21-yard line. Reggie Collier with 33 seconds to play in the half. Wyman Henderson, the free safety. Clock stopped as the chains are moved.
Yeah, you watching the replay, Reggie Collier saw a big opening up the middle and really just took off on his own. Really shows the agility of Reggie Collier because he is a quarterback that is dangerous in every form, Fred. I really like him as a quarterback.
And we have a timeout called with 33 seconds to play in the 1st half. Orlando with the football, trailing, however, 10-7. Yeah, we have some Saturday night USFL football, the final Saturday night game for you along the USFL campaign on ESPN. The Arizona Outlaws and their coach Frank Cush and the Memphis Showboats, who are playoff bound. The Showboats with some pretty good football talent on that ball club, playing some kind of football this season for Pepper Rogers. It'll be 8 p.m. Saturday right here on ESPN, Arizona and Memphis.
You know, Fred, you wonder sometime when a team goes into the 2-minute offense why they don't do it a little bit sooner, because they're moving the ball at a more efficient rate than they did previously.
But could they maintain that pace an entire game?
They're paid very well to do it, Fred.
Yes.
Why not?
But whether you're paid very well to do it or not, you don't like to do it all the time.
But you remember a San Antonio game a few weeks back on ESPN. They came out in the 2-minute offense, and it was effective then. Every time they've done it, Reggie's allowed to call his own plays, and he's very effective doing so.
Well, Reggie now has a play, I imagine, that he got from the bench as they had the timeout, came over, talked to the offensive people and his head coach, Lee Corso. So now we have some confusion down there as Parrish flip-flops from left to right side. Smith and Bledsoe in the backfield along with Collier on the 1st and 10. Collier gone to the end zone to Smith. Smith almost catches the football on a great reception, juggled the football. It would have been his 2nd touchdown reception, but he could not hang on. Let's watch it again.
On the replay, I think Reggie Collier put the ball no place other than where he should have put it. I believe that the ball should have been caught. The receiver really didn't eye the ball that well until at the very end. He should have had the ball, but it was a great effort now. I have to give him an E for effort. Great pass by Reggie Collier.
2nd down and 10 now. 26 seconds to play in this 1st half. Reggie Collier looking along the left side, now to the right side, yelling out. Here comes Smith coming from the right to the left side. Wilfred Morgan is also in the lineup. A good, speedy wide receiver. Collier on the roll to the 15 to the 10. Collier out of bounds at the 6-yard line with 18 seconds to play in this 1st half.
You know, Fred, if Smith had done a great block, I think Reggie could have went in untouched.
And it's going to be goal to go for the Renegades from the 6-yard line. And we watch Reggie Collier bring it inside the 10 once again.
You watch Reggie, he is so smooth as a quarterback, always looking downfield. Smith should have got the block right here. If he had got that block, Reggie would have had a chance possibly to be one-on-one with the defender and got in the end zone. But he's picked up the 1st down.
Now we have another timeout call down at the 23-yard line. A member of the Renegades laid out flat on his back. Can't tell the number because everybody's huddled over him. Looks like it may be a lineman, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like a big guy down there.
But you know, Fred, now Reggie has to show his smartness as a quarterback. They need to get at least 3 points out of this.
Tommy Dornbrook being helped up. You see the brace Dornbrook wears on that right leg, that right knee. And let's hope that it's not a problem that Dornbrook can't return to the football game. Of course, Orlando last week in Baltimore lost one of their gray beards, a fellow by the name of Joe Ehrman, who broke an ankle in that football game. Ehrman, a very religious man, said that he's been waiting for a sign from God as to when his career should end. He says he thinks he got that sign last week.
Well, speaking to the other members of the defensive line while I was down the field, all of them wanted to extend their condolences to him because he is a great guy as well as a good football player.
Now Joe is going to go back to college and complete his theological studies and become a minister. Go from a defensive tackle, a rough, tough defensive tackle, to a minister. 18 seconds to go in the first half. First and goal to go for Orlando from the 6 of Los Angeles. Collier looking to the end zone. Collier throws the ball away rather than getting hit and tackled for a loss. Clock stopped with 12 seconds in the half.
Smart play by Reggie Collier. He's really coming of age as the quarterback because he could have tried to risk an interception, but really he showed his smartness.
And now we have a flag down at the 1-yard line. We'll wait for the officials.
Ineligible downfield on the offense, number 69. Loss of down.
Joel Patton, the right tackle, downfield, ineligible. That's the second time this evening that the Orlando Renegades have had an ineligible receiver downfield.
And that hurts, I think, because the quarterback is rolling out. Sometime the offensive lineman might feel that with all the time elapsed, he should have thrown the ball. But then Reggie was really just looking for a receiver to break open.
You're not kidding, it hurts. It brings it from inside the 10-yard line back to the 16-yard line.
Well, Fred, what they cannot do now is risk a turnover because they have at least 3 points to tie the game. That's what they want to come away with in the least.
12 seconds to play in this first half. 10-7, as Billy Taylor indicated. Orlando trailing in the football game. Second down and goal to go for the Renegades from the 16 now of Los Angeles. 5 wide receivers in the football game. Collier wants to throw, rifles to the end zone, incomplete. 7 seconds remaining now in the half.
There was nobody open, Fred. Again, he threw the ball away.
Jackie Flowers was the man closest to the football, but it was overthrown. 7 seconds. Collier coming off the field. And Jeff Brockhouse will be in to kick out of the hold of Greg Cater here with 7 seconds to play in the first half. The try will be about a 34-yard try. 6 of 9 is Brockhouse from that area. And Brockhouse, it's not a picture-perfect kick. Looked like a knuckleball going through the uprights, but he got it there to tie the football game at 10-all, and time has expired in the first half here at Orlando. So, the end of the first half and the final game for these teams, the Los Angeles Express and the Orlando Renegades, are tied after the first 30 minutes of play. 10-10, and there's the man who tied the ball game with time running out in the half.
Me and the crew, we're taking this road across Alaska. Walking the last frontier, it's different. But when this road's finished and it's on the map, we can say we did that.
It's for guys like T.J. Donahue that we make every Budweiser the best it can be. Beechwood aged and brewed with the kind of pride T.J. puts into his work. So to T.J. and all you guys out there like him, this Bud's for you.
It hugs the road with bulldog tenacity. It's warranted for 30,000 miles, yet it costs under $30. This impressive automotive accomplishment isn't in the car, it's on the car. The Sears Guardsman Radio. 2 steel belts and a 30,000-mile warranty for less than $30.
There's more for your life
Confidence installed.
at Sears.
I hate to wait.
He hates to wait.
Well, you have to wait. So sorry.
Avis knows how frustrating it is to wait for your rental car. That's why we invented the Wizard number, so you can go right from your plane to the Avis bus.
I hate to wait.
We'll get you on your way and into your car fast. We know you hate to wait, so from reservation to return,
I hate to wait.
He hates to wait.
we're trying harder, faster.
I hate to wait.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Chris Berman. We, of course, are at halftime of our USFL game between Los Angeles and Orlando. And as is our custom on Friday nights, we take a look at the weekly stat leaders. In other words, going back to week 17 of the USFL, and take a guess who is the weekly rushing leader. You're right. The guy's name is Herschel Walker for New Jersey. Now, the great rushers can turn losses like this one into gains. Even though it'll only show a 4-yard gain in the stat sheet, the Generals know how important that run was as the Generals tried to beat Oakland, however, unsuccessfully. This is Walker running up the middle, and then Herschel gets the pitch. He'll run for about 15 yards. Another day at the office for Herschel Walker. In other words, another day of over 200 yards, 209 to be exact, averaging 8 yards a carry, including a TD. Lewis Jackson of the Breakers had 129 yards. Reggie Brown of Arizona had 99 to be your rushing leaders on the week. In passing, Jim Kelly may be hurt, but Todd Dillon is not. He stepped in for the Houston Gamblers, led them to a big win over San Antonio. 36-yard touchdown strike to Ricky Sanders right here. Now, Dillon wasn't done there. No, sir. Goes back to pass, looks for Clarence Verdun. Same result, 6 points. Nice catch there in the corner of the end zone. Dillon would not be done, even though Verdun was pretty pleased with the fancy footwork there. Dillon to Richard Johnson over the middle, another touchdown. At all, Dillon was marvelous. 4 touchdown passes, 25 of 33, a 365-yard day. Matt Robinson had a nice day for Portland, throwing for over 300 yards. Rick Neuheisel in that same game as Dillon at 297. As for receiving, we go to the Denver Gold. Look for Mark Lewis. He and Bob Galliano hooked up 7 times. Here's a nice pass across the middle against Portland. Then Galliano will run and shoot to Lewis, who is wide open in the Portland secondary. And then they hook up for their big gainer on the day. Galliano back to pass. Lewis evades the secondary once again. And he will haul this one in 69 yards in all. They rule that he just stepped out of bounds before he could get into pay dirt. But Mark Lewis, 7 catches, 177 yards for an average of over 25. Ron Johnson in the same game had a good one for Portland, averaging almost 30 yards a catch. Jim Smith caught 11 balls on the week for Birmingham. And, of course, we are at halftime of our live game from Orlando. Orlando and Los Angeles are tied at 10-all. We have more to come in our halftime festivities. Get you caught up in the day of sports, talk some more USFL, and we'll show you some halftime highlights before we go back to Orlando for the second half kickoff.
What do you call a charcoal that doesn't need lighter fluid? Convenient.
Matchlight charcoal. What could be more convenient?
Wednesday, the PBA Summer Tour continues live on ESPN. The tour's top money winners, including defending champion Wayne Webb, Pete Weber, and Mike Albee, will be bowling for a share of $125,000. See it live Wednesday on your source for sports.
Week 18 in the USFL has only just begun. We have live games Saturday and Monday for you as well. Our Saturday game, the Arizona Outlaws at the Memphis Showboats. Now, Arizona would like to even up their mark at 9-9. This is a team that was on the brink of disaster for a while, but they won for the 3rd straight time last week against L.A. Now, when talking about the Arizona Outlaws, you have to worry about their passing combination of Doug Williams to Al Williams. And also, you have to worry about the Outlaws on the ground. Reggie Brown, the hard runner who went over 1,000 yards last Sunday against the Express, must be watched. However, the Memphis Showboats have a good ball club. Last week, Mike Kelly got things started, and as they creamed Jacksonville 31-0, Kelly going into the end zone. Of course, the Showboats already have a playoff spot locked up, but they want to have momentum going into the playoffs. Last week, Derek Crawford, a nifty punt return, netted Memphis 6 points. Now, the Memphis fans think their team can go all the way, and if the defense keeps coming up with the timely turnovers and they get plays on the special teams like this, maybe they're right. That game coming up Saturday night, Arizona against Memphis, live at 8 Eastern, 5 o'clock on the West Coast. Monday night on ESPN, we wrap up our live USFL coverage for another year as the Oakland Invaders take on the Houston Gamblers. The Invaders come in as the USFL's Western Conference champions after last week's win over the Generals. Running back John Williams was a key in that game, helping the Oakland Invaders to a win with 2 TD runs, and also safety Vito McKeever added to the victory with an 85-yard interception return. Quarterback Bobby Hebert, of course, also has plenty to do with the success of the Oakland Invaders. He's been hot and cold, but if he's hot, watching plays like this one by the defense ought to spur him on. Could be a long night for Houston. The Gamblers got back on the winning track last week, beating San Antonio to clinch a playoff spot. Quarterback Todd Dillon had a great night, running for a TD, hitting wide receiver Ricky Sanders for 2 more. It wasn't only offense for Houston. The Gamblers' defense, which leads the USFL in interceptions, will add to the total. And why not? They're spurred on by plays by the offense. Here's the interception. Luther Bradley with the bingo. He could go all the way, and he does for a score. The Gamblers want to keep that momentum going Monday against the Invaders. So 2 very good teams coming to you Monday night. Oakland against Houston live at 8 Eastern Time, 5 o'clock on the West Coast.
This is a revolutionary advancement in shaving from Gillette Research. The brush. Gillette announces Brush Plus. A shaving concentrate and brush in one. A brush to lift your whiskers with the soothing warmth only a brush can give you. A concentrate with extra softeners and lubricants that are massaged deep into your beard for a shave that is superior. New Brush Plus from Gillette for a superior shave.
Dear Naomi, all is lost. Hostile natives captured my jet ski. My round-the-world trip has ended tragically. Please, don't bother to search. I'll never forget you or your mother. Aloha, Henry.
Here I go, Saki Hank, baby!
Oh, no, not now, Hanoki. I'm too bereaved.
Special financing on new Kawasaki's now available through July 31st, 1985.
No matter what shape you're in, everybody needs exercise.
In exercise, Nautilus is the undisputed leader for a very simple reason. It works.
If you're serious about exercise, and you should be, why not the best?
For full information about the new and revolutionary Nautilus for the home, call toll-free 1-800-445-9000. That's 1-800-445-9000.
We thought it would be nice to get you caught up on the rest of the day's doings in sports. Plenty of Friday night baseball action to tell you about, and also about a receiver that may be going from the USFL to the NFL. Sharon Smith is upstairs in the newsroom, and she has the latest. Sharon.
Well, Chris, the Arizona Outlaws have not confirmed that story yet, but there's a newspaper report in Phoenix that says that holdout wide receiver Trumaine Johnson has agreed to a deal that would allow him to buy out the remaining years of his contract with the Arizona Outlaws, so he could become rather a free agent and then sign with the San Diego Chargers of the National Football League. The report is that the price would be somewhere close to $1 million to be paid partly by Johnson and partly by San Diego in the form of an advance that Johnson would get on a contract. Now, again, Arizona has not confirmed that story. They say they have a valid contract with Johnson, expect him to honor it, but the reports say that he has worked out something so that he can go on to the National Football League. He has not played this season. Let's get some baseball scores for you right now. American League action first, quite a few games in progress, where New York and Detroit, they're into the 6th inning there with the Tigers leading the Yankees 4-3. Henderson and Whitaker have homered in that game. Boston and Toronto, 4-1 lead for the Blue Jays in the 6th inning. Toronto is still batting. They've added another run after that. California and Chicago, this is 1-0. The Angels lead there in the 3rd inning. Baltimore and Milwaukee, a big first inning for the Orioles. They lead 6-1. They are into the 2nd inning. Seattle and Kansas City, rain delay there. Texas and Minnesota, that one is scoreless in the 4th. Cleveland and Oakland, a later start. Let's check some National League scores quickly for you right now. Atlanta and Cincinnati, game 1 of a doubleheader. Game 1 is over. 4-2, the Reds beat Atlanta. The second game, that one getting underway shortly. Camp and Tibbs, the starting pitchers. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, 1-0. Philadelphia leads that one in the 5th. Montreal and New York, the battle for first place, scoreless in the 5th. Let's go back now to Chris Berman.
Okay, Sharon, thank you very much. We have halftime highlights to come and a whole second half of live action from Orlando. We'll do that right after this brief timeout. 10-10 is your score.
I'm here to tell you all you get by ordering Sports Illustrated now.
And I'm here to make sure he gets it right. Get it right.
Yes, sir. Mr. Alzado. Sports Illustrated not only gives you unbeatable weekly football coverage, they'll knock you over with their big 1985 college and pro football spectacular. And it is spectacular.
Go on.
It's filled with football. Full-color football. A bright look at the players and teams and the games they play. It's a lot of great stuff you don't find anywhere else. But you can get it all by calling this toll-free number, 1-800...
Wait a second. Don't give them that number yet.
But they need the number if they're going to call.
Not until you tell them everything they get.
You get the famous Sportsman of the Year double issue and the annual swimsuit issue. As always, a beautiful preview of what's new under the sun. And it's all yours. And by ordering now, you get 40% off the cover price.
Give them 50.
50?
Well, almost 50.
Okay. You get almost 50% off the cover price. So you'll get 30 issues at the low basic rates, payable in 3 monthly installments of only $9.89. So every week, no matter what the sport, you'll get the timely, colorful coverage that only Sports Illustrated can give you. What more could you want? Just call this toll-free number.
Give them this, too.
Free?
Free.
You also get free this handy 1985 NFL football schedule. So
and this?
They get this great pair of binoculars, too?
Do what I say.
So call now, and you also get these sporty, high-quality binoculars.
Free.
Free with your paid subscription. They're perfect for getting closer to football or anything else you want to get close to. And they're free. Oh, and so is this handsome carrying case from Sports Illustrated. Not only do you get a lot of football, you get a lot more.
But to get it, you better call now.
I do what he says.
Call now. 1-800-221-3200.
The one and only Lyle Alzado. I'll tell you something. It certainly epitomizes the entire season. 7 wins between Orlando and Los Angeles, and we are at halftime, and neither one has figured out how to take a lead. But an entertaining ball game. 10-10. Let's take a look. This is the way the season is gone. Curtis Bledsoe will fumble the football. L.A. has it. No, Bledsoe has it. Okay, Orlando will keep possession. Turned out to be a big play because quarterback Reggie Collier avoids the blitz, throws on the run. Man misses the tackle. Jeff Smith catches it into the end zone for a touchdown. 20 yards. Orlando led it 7-0. But L.A. came right back. Tony Bodie, a 5-yard TD run to tie it at 7. Both teams added field goals. Orlando's coming on the last play of the half. And right now, as teams are coming back on the field, we are set to return to Orlando with the Orlando Renegades and the Los Angeles Express tied at 10-all. They don't want the worst record in the league for sure. Fred Manfred and Billy Taylor are ready to bring you second half action.
Well, we're back in Orlando. The rain stopped midway in the first half. We have a 10-10 tie between the Express and the Renegades. And just moments ago, Reggie Collier, the quarterback of the Renegades, received his team's MVP award for the 1985 season. Billy Taylor.
Well, Fred, I really didn't think there was any even competition. As a matter of fact, the punter came in second. Reggie is the guy responsible for having the 4 previous victories, and I think he has generated a lot of enthusiasm here with the Orlando offense.
And Reggie has had a pretty good evening tonight through the air, a touchdown pass. And there you see the stats on the halftime. See Orlando, very tight number of plays run by the teams. But you see Collier not having a bad evening through the air, yardage-wise. Total yards there for Orlando. Turnovers. Time of possession fairly even.
Everything is about even. I think, as a matter of fact, I think 10-10 is definitely appropriate for what's happening right now.
And we'll be starting the second half momentarily as Jeff Brockhouse, who tied the football game up with a 33-yard field goal to end the first half, will tee it up. There you see the possessions for the Express and for the Renegades.
You know, Fred, what has hurt the Renegades in the past has been the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They've got to rectify the situation right now if they're going to have a chance to win this ball game.
Chris Haynes Back deep along with Tony Bodie for the Express. High kick by Brockhouse. Angling to Bodie at the 7 to the 10. Tony eludes a tackler at the 14, but then he is hit and falls forward to the 18-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Los Angeles Express. As Bernard West made the hit for the Orlando Renegades, and the Express will have the football. And it'll be interesting to see whether John Hadel sticks to his plan, and he has. Steve Young, he told us, would only quarterback the first half, and then Frank Sire would come in to direct the team. And we see number 10 out there, Frank Sire, directing the Los Angeles Express to start this second half with a tie 10-10, and the Express with the football 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line. So Sire, who played his college football at Kansas, has Sherrod in motion. Gives off to Bodie. Bodie wrapped up, but Bodie, like a little snake, squirts up to the 24-yard line. Fred McAllister finally holding down Tony Bodie, and he's a tough little guy to hold down.
Well, he's small, but he's tough, see, and he keeps those legs churning, what all good running backs have to do, and picks up the extra yardage that most running backs might be stopped for.
2nd and 4 now for the Los Angeles Express. Frank Sire, good size, 6'2", 200 pounds. So talk he might be headed for Seattle in the NFL. Sherrod in motion. Bodie outside to the right. Bodie with a 1st down, squirts beyond the 30 to the 31-yard line. And I guess that's about the best description you can come up with the way Tony Bodie runs. He has a little hole and he squirts.
He's slippery. That's what I think that's a good term to use, because he really makes nice cuts and really runs with reckless abandon, which most good running backs do.
Lupe Sanchez to make the stop for the Orlando Renegades. The ball resting at the 30-yard line of Los Angeles. Tony Bodie with the only touchdown of the night for the Express, a 5-yard run. Zendejas, a 33-yard field goal. Collier to Smith for Orlando, and a Brockhouse field goal. Then we have a 10-10 tie. 13:09 to play in the 3rd quarter. Again, Sherrod in motion. Sire to put the ball in the air. Time. Sire rifles the ball incomplete off the extended hands of Gary Lowell. Jeff George defending.
You know, Fred, they say Frank Sire's got a rifle arm, and they say he throws a lot deeper than Steve Young does. So I think this half, they might put a few more points on the board because of his ability to throw deep.
Well, you talk about passing from Sire. He's the most prolific passer in Kansas history, and you've had some pretty good quarterbacks at Kansas, namely Hadel, Bobby Douglas, David James, and Nolan Cromwell, all quarterback there.
I know if I was a quarterback, I'd feel definite if I was a starting quarterback for Kansas.
2nd down and 10, still at the 30-yard line. Again, Sherrod in motion. This time Sire rolling. Throws over the middle of the pass complete. Pass to Darren Long. Long with a 1st down to the 45-yard line of the Express. Jeff George and Ron Freeman combining on the stop of Darren Long, the 2nd-year pro from Cal State Long Beach.
As you watch the replay, he's running to his left and throws back to his right, and I really think that really shows the type of strong arm that he has. Puts the ball on the money and picks up the 1st down with Darren Long. Darren Long does a good job of really showing some tough running and picking up extra yards. Good effort.
12 minutes, 31 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter on a muggy night in Orlando. Game time temperature was about 74 degrees. The humidity up in the mid-90s. 12:18 to play. 10-10 tie.
Bodie going left this time.
Well, Bodie got the ball, then they took it away to Sire, and Sire brings it up to the 50-yard line, a gain of 5. Was that a busted play, or was it planned that way?
Yes, it was. Sometimes when a new quarterback comes in the game, he's a little bit herky-jerky himself, and he probably turned the wrong way, and he ran into Bodie, but he did a great job in turning upfield, though, Fred.
And he picked up 5, so it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Los Angeles Express. The ball just the Los Angeles side of the 50-yard line. Lowell going to the top. We have a slot at the top of your screen. That's Sherrod. Now Sherrod continues on behind the quarterback, Sire. Motion on the defensive line. Pitch. Here comes Bodie. Bodie to the 47-yard line, and then he is ripped down by Freddie McAllister. But flagged down. It's going to be jumping off along the right side of that defensive line.
Defense.
Looks like Scott Hutchins. Hutchinson may have come across there.
But you know, Fred, sometimes when you have a new quarterback come in, he's got a new way of calling the signals, and that's kind of allows the defense to kind of not be used to him, and I think that is exactly what happened that time.
Well, the rhythm, the cadence has changed. Of course, Young can quarterback the entire first half for Los Angeles, and Sire comes in here. He may be a bit slower, a little bit faster, or maybe just varies his cadence a little bit more than Steve Young did.
I think it's always good to vary it because you never want to give the defense an advantage. The offense has the advantage by knowing the snap count.
Haynes will split wide to the top of your screen. Lowell out of your picture at the bottom of your screen. Now Sire driving forward for the first down on the second and short yardage. He has it at the 43-yard line of Orlando. David Graham and Ed McElhaney combining on the tackle for the Orlando Renegades, but a first down for the Los Angeles Express.
You know, Fred, Frank Sire is a tough little guy because he's put his head down and gone in there a couple times. And I don't know if it's youth or just his toughness. I don't know what it is.
Well, Sire's a good all-around athlete. He was drafted by the California Angels in baseball to be a shortstop. Top of your screen. Splitting is Gary Lowell. Two receivers at the bottom. Now they'll be joined by Sherrod. The handoff goes to Bodie, and Bodie is stymied just about the line of scrimmage. David Graham got the arms around both legs. That way, Bodie couldn't slither away, and Bodie went down.
It was a draw play, but it was read excellently by David Graham. He did a good job of penetrating inside.
Exactly 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. We have a 10-10 deadlock here in Orlando. Second down and 11. A loss of a yard that time by Tony Bodie. The ball at that 43-yard line. Haynes out of your picture, bottom of your screen. Lowell, top of your screen. Sherrod now going to join Lowell on the right side. Handoff. Tony Bodie with running room picks his way inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. James Stewart tackling for the Orlando Renegades.
At that time, Bodie went on a draw play behind number 67, Ed Fisher, and number 74, Harold Norfleet, and really did an excellent cut. As you watch him go up into the line, he cuts back to the right, makes a nice little move, picks up an extra 4 or 5 yards, and that is why a running back runs to daylight. Excellent job of picking his holes.
4 yards to go for the first down on the third down play for the Los Angeles Express. The ball at the 37-yard line of the Orlando Renegades. Lowell high on the top of your screen, split. Haynes split on the bottom of your screen. Sire to throw on the third down. The ball batted in the air, incomplete. Another big defensive play by the Orlando Renegade defense. Ike Griffin got in there. May have had the hands to get that football blocked away.
And Fred, that was a third down situation, and really it's a big help to Orlando because at the beginning of the third quarter, that is where they've had their problems. Maybe this could be the beginning of something good for them.
Well, Jeff Partridge will be in to kick. Victor Jackson, who has returned one for 79 yards this year, will be back awaiting the punt from Partridge, but Partridge is pretty good at getting that ball inside the 20-yard line. He's done it 18 times this season. Partridge averaging better than 41 yards a kick.
Don't be outside!
Last week had a 59-yarder against the Arizona Outlaws. He's trying to go to the corner, but I think it's going to sail through, and it'll come out at the 20-yard line. It will. The ball will come out to the 20-yard line for the Orlando Renegades, where they will have the football with 8:37 to play in the third quarter. Tie 10-10 between L.A. and Orlando.
Symbolize Budweiser's dedication to quality, superior ingredients, exclusive beechwood aging, and a distinctively clean, crisp taste only Budweiser can offer. Quality taste, because this Bud's for you.
If you'd like to make your play for a personal computer, don't get bogged down with worries about software and expandability. Come to the IBM PC Classic. Explore the best-selling IBM PCs and the latest in IBM software and options. With prices under par, you'll have a clear shot at higher productivity. You can get things rolling at the IBM PC Classic. So, drop in. It's now in full swing at a store near you, or call your IBM representative.
Well, one of the attractions of Orlando football you see right there. 10-10 tie. Tom Dornbrook, who left the first half with a sprained knee, he's out the rest of the game and obviously the rest of the season. Snap is back. Reggie Collier on the first down throws. Joey Walters, old reliable with a reception. Walters may have the first down at the 30-yard line. Well, Reggie Collier awarded the MVP award for the Orlando Renegades tonight. Of course, he started his career with Birmingham. Look at the progress for Reggie Collier in his career. First down for the Renegades. Another dump pass over the middle, incomplete. Could not be caught by Curtis Bledsoe. Fletcher Jenkins applying some pressure there for the Los Angeles Express. But that graphic showed you that Reggie Collier, as you pointed out earlier, Billy, is coming into his own as a confident, experienced quarterback.
They're in that hurry-up offense again, Fred.
Shotgun once again. We've seen it considerably tonight for the Orlando Renegades. 2nd and 10 for Orlando. The ball still at their own 30. Bledsoe with a handoff, and Bledsoe still on his feet. Where did he come from? He's up to the 39-yard line. Looked like Curtis was going to be stopped at the 33. Then all of a sudden, he bounced out to the 39-yard line. 6 extra yards. Wyman Henderson, the free safety, stopping him for the Express.
Well, Fred, that is the Curtis Bledsoe in which I played with last year. A guy that runs with great determination, stopped at the line of scrimmage, always keeps his feet moving and his head up. Any young running backs out there, that's what you must do, is keep your feet moving. That is extra effort right there. Great run by Curtis Bledsoe.
Well, I can remember my high school coach telling our backs, league drive, league drive.
That's exactly it.
3rd and 1.
You think they're going to run it, Fred?
I would say with that power eye, possibly. And it is the run. Will it be good enough for the first down? And Curtis Bledsoe carrying the football. He had to punch it over the 40, just shy of the 41-yard line to pick up the yardage. Howard Carson, the middle linebacker, there among many white jerseys for the Los Angeles team. And we'll see where they mark that football. That's the important thing, the mark of the football.
I think you got it, Fred. I really think there was just the strong brute strength of man versus man, and Curtis Bledsoe knew where to get the first down at.
Well, Collier is watching very carefully, and we're going to have the measurement. We'll stretch it out and get a good view there. Reggie, of course, will keep his eyes right on that football. The chain's extended, and, well, Billy, you have the good eyes. Tell your optometrist he's done a good job.
I really don't have good eyes, but I know as a running back, if you didn't pick up that 1 yard, you better not watch the film next week. Watch Joey Walters, number 17, right behind the quarterback, and he really shows why he's such a versatile performer, because he goes right after him.
1st and 10 for the Orlando Renegades in their own 40-yard line. Shotgun again. Collier with time to throw. Reggie looking downfield. He lofts the rifle pass. The pass is incomplete. Almost intercepted. Don Jones was down there trying to fight for the football. Howard Carson also back there. But Jones had the football in his hands, but too late. He was out of bounds.
You know,
6:44 to play in the 3rd quarter, and the Orlando Renegades, who are deadlocked 10-10 with the Los Angeles Express, hurry it up here. 2nd down and 10 for the Renegades in their own 40-yard line. Collier again to put it in the air. Fires this time. Another good catch by Jeff Smith, who's made several receptions tonight for the Orlando Renegades. Smith, the primary receiver when Collier is in trouble.
You know, Fred, we talked about why didn't they go to the hurry-up offense a little bit more, but now they're doing it. They must have listened to us a little bit, Fred.
Smith, 6 receptions, 88 yards for 1 touchdown. 3rd and 2 now for the Renegades from their own 40-yard line. Collier, time again, dumps it over the middle. Will it be the first down? The reception was made by Jerry Parrish But did he get beyond the
Yes, he did, Fred.
49-yard line? And they say he did. First down for the Orlando Renegades.
Fred, you watching the replay, he gets hit the moment the ball touches him, but his forward progress was beyond the first down marker, and the referee gave it to him. Great call by the official, because the minute he gets hit, his body was forward over the first down. It was great concentration by the receiver to catch the ball in the crowd like that.
Ball in Los Angeles territory. We have nothing but wide receivers and linemen in the football game now for Orlando. The lone quarterback, of course, is Reggie Collier on the 1st and 10. Collier with time over the middle. The pass is complete. Jackie Flowers picks up at least 8 yards as he is tackled at the 41-yard line of the Los Angeles Express. John Higgins there to stop Jackie Flowers. And Reggie Collier is threading the needle tonight. Nice touch. We talked about that yesterday, Bill, about the touch that Collier has displayed this season.
He's
much better than the
developed
guy who rifled that ball.
He has developed that touch over the course of the season. That's what playing time has done for Reggie Collier.
2nd and 2 now for Orlando from the 41 of L.A. Collier again with time to Smith to the 30. Smith with running room, and it is stopped at the 25-yard line. Howard Carson over there recovering quickly, but not before another first down for the Orlando Renegades. They mark it at the 26-yard line of Los Angeles.
Watch on the replay how the secondary is confused by all the receivers out there. They have 5 or 6 receivers, and they're taking deep drops. So look at the middle. The middle is wide open. Just look at it. Reggie puts the ball in the money. He gives the receiver time to run. And really, Express has to take a timeout because they're confused.
And we have 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. We have a tie football game. The Renegades 10, the Express 10 here in Orlando. And the Renegades will have it 1st and 10 at the LA 26 when we...
As a local business owner, you need to be recognized. And what a better way than through cable TV advertising. For just a few dollars per day, you can target your business and your advertising towards local area residents. Cable companies in your area have provided 2 minutes per hour for local advertising on networks like ESPN, CNN, USA, and MTV. Public awareness is what businesses thrive on.
For more information on how you can become a cable advertiser, call your cable advertising systems representative today. Wells Marine, the Alvin area Johnson outboard dealer, is proud to introduce to Texas the Siler F-22 center console fishing boat. This 22-foot state-of-the-art multi-step hull is powered by the famous 1985 Johnson outboards and is riding the road securely on shore, land, or trailers. Now you'll be leading the way to the best fishing in Texas. See the functional beauty of the Siler F-22 at Wells Marine, your Johnson outboard dealer, Highway 35, 1 mile north of the Alvin bypass.
Ball 1st and 10 for Orlando at the Los Angeles 26-yard line. Sold tickets tonight, 22,865 for this football game here at Orlando Stadium. I don't know how many showed up for the football game, but I would suspect about 18,000. At least that's what you told me, Billy.
19.
Okay. Of course, it rained earlier in the day. 1st and 10 now for the homestanding Renegades. Here comes a blitz coming. And it's coming. Collier's got to hurry. Throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Trying to loop around to get behind the defender was Jackie Flowers.
As you watch, Reggie Collier was almost running before the ball was even snapped to him. He saw the blitz.
It was not disguised in any way.
It was not disguised in any way.
That was Carson coming in there trying to get a hold of Reggie.
But, you know, anytime that the offensive unit gets in the defensive territory, there usually is some type of blitz. And that's what the defense has to do to set off balance the offense.
The stats for Reggie Collier tonight. 1 touchdown pass that went to Smith. It's now 2nd and 10 for the Renegades, still at the 26 of Los Angeles. 10-10 tie, 4:24 to play in the 3rd quarter. Collier wants to go to the air again. He's hit as he throws the ball, and it wobbles down to the 10-yard line. Coming through the free safety on a blitz, Wyman Henderson causing the incompletion because Reggie was not able to really put the mustard on the football. It kind of looked like a diving quail going down to the 10-yard line.
And watch the pressure from the left side by the cornerback, Wyman Henderson. That is exactly what the LA Express has to do to stop this passing game of the Orlando Renegades. They've got to blitz some people.
Now we have 3rd and 10. And the Renegades kind of stuck at that 26-yard line.
But you can also live and die by the blitz. If they can complete something, they can have some room to run because there's a defensive back that is in on the play. He will not be able to make the play, Fred.
Again, shotgun. We have Bledsoe in the backfield along with Collier. Top of your screen, we have Walters and Parrish. Flowers at the bottom. Collier looking to Flowers. He is hit. Did he cough up the football? No. Reggie stuck it into his gut and held on to the football at the 33-yard line. Ray Caddage, the right defensive end, came around and got a hold of Reggie Collier, setting up a 4th down. We'll watch it again.
As you watch, Reggie really had to kind of feel him coming from his blind side, but that's usually when a quarterback gets hurt because he cannot see the guy coming. He held the ball a little long, but the receiver was not open, so he did the best thing and held the ball. Sometimes you take the sack to not risk the interception.
Well, we're going to have a 3-point try here. This is going to be a 53-yard try by Jeff Brockhouse. He is 0 for 1, better than 50 yards this season, as you see.
But Fred, his last kick was not a good one, so I don't know. I'm just kind of anxious to see what he's going to do on this one.
Snap is back. The kick is high. The kick may have the legs. It's a little short. Just ducking under the crossbar. And no good for Jeff Brockhouse. So we have 3 minutes, 37 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. We still have a tie football game at 10.
I can't get to sleep at night, watching my baby. When I turn out all the lights, it drives me crazy. It's every color of the rainbow. Toshiba VCR. It's a movie star. Keeps me up around the clock. I just can't stop myself from watching. Toshiba VCR. Watching it. It's a movie star. Watching it. Toshiba VCR. Watching it.
Here's pro football quarterback Danny White for Bike.
Folks, the word's out. Bike coaches shorts aren't just for coaches anymore. They're for everybody. These are the original coaches shorts. Comfortable and versatile. Mr. Spot. Great for golf or softball or a neighborhood football game. I throw them, I don't catch them. I would wear them to work, but I wear another Bike original instead. When you want the original, what you want is Bike.
Monday, ESPN wraps up the USFL's regular season with one of our best matchups of the year. Bobby Hebert and the playoff-bound Oakland Invaders meet the explosive Houston Gamblers. Houston has to win in order to make the playoffs, so expect them to go for broke. Live Monday on ESPN.
Goldstein's warming up on the sideline.
Well, 2 of the best quarterbacks in the USFL will go at it Monday night. Of course, 2 of the best teams in the USFL, I should say, and Oakland and Houston. Be there for that one Monday night on ESPN. 10-10 tie. Los Angeles with good field position following that long field goal miss. Mel Gray spinning up to the 36 to the 37. Billy Taylor, you said when we broke for that commercial break that you don't know if you were coaching the Renegades if you'd have tried for that long field goal.
Well, the only reason, because you're trying a 53-yard field goal, you're still tied up at 10, and if he misses, the Express has great field position as they do now. If you go for the punt with Greg Cater, you get a chance to put it out of bounds, maybe inside the 10. So I don't know if I would agree with that call or not.
And there's the man who made the decision, Lee Corso, still pacing. 2:48 to play quarter number 3, deadlock 10-10. 2nd and 8 for Los Angeles. The ball at their own 37-yard line. Sherrod, as Sire drops the throw. He pitches the ball incomplete, intended for Haynes, but Jeff George was back there. George really had nothing to do with causing the incompletion. The ball was just underthrown, intended for Chris Haynes. Chris Haynes, Notre Dame grad, 1st degree karate black belt. You don't want to mess with him
at all in a dark alley. You want him to be on your side.
No scoring here in the 3rd quarter. We ended the half 10-10, and that's where we sit with 2:35 to play. Sherrod will split wide to the top of your screen. Coming to the bottom is Gary Lowell. Slotting on the right side is number 80, Chris Haynes. 2-back split behind quarterback Sire. Sire, the rifle again, throws the ball complete. Tony Bodie picking it out of the air, may have the 1st down as he slides over the 45 to the 46-yard line of Los Angeles. Ron Freeman out there, but a 1st down for the Los Angeles Express. at the 46, their own 46-yard line.
But, you know, as a fellow running back, it's really tough for a linebacker to cover a running back. As a matter of fact, the running back should always win. In this battle, the running back wins.
Billy, how much better is this Orlando team than the Washington Federals team you played on last year?
They're more 2 or 3 times better. As a matter of fact, Reggie Collier is playing the way he should. The team is has the same offensive and defensive lines they started with, and they have more cohesion.
1st and 10 for Los Angeles. Tony Bodie, 4 catches, 46 yards this evening for the Express. He's behind quarterback Sire, and we have a whistle. Lots of action in that offensive and defensive line.
The left tackle looked like maybe Gary Zimmerman.
Full start. Number 77 on the offense.
Mark Addix.
Mark Addix.
Another small guy, 6'5", 270 pounds, played his college football at Baylor. All-American there at Baylor is number 77, Mark Addix. He's one of the many members of the Los Angeles Express who've had knee problems this year and knee operations.
But they've got guys behind guys that can come in and still do the job and offensively.
2:27 to play in the 3rd quarter, still tied, 10-10. Los Angeles, 1st and 15 from their own 41. Again, Sire to put it in the air. Screen pass right side to Bodie. The screen deteriorates. Bodie to the 45-yard line and is hit by Fred McAllister. David Graham also there for the Orlando Renegades. Gain of about 3, we'll call it. The ball will be marked at the 45-yard line of Los Angeles. We watch it again.
As Bodie really shows his reckless abandon as a running back, because this is the first time Orlando has defended the play. But watch him bounce off tacklers. Just watch him and keep his legs moving. Keep the legs turning as a running back and picks up a couple extra yards.
Under 2 minutes to go in quarter number 3 here in Orlando. Splitting wide to the top of your screen is Gary Lowell. Bottom out of your picture now is Haynes. Sherrod in motion to the near side. Again, Sire wants to put the ball skyward. Pitches the ball incomplete into the hands of Jeff George, his 2nd interception of the evening. George over the 50 to the 47-yard line, still fighting. He gives it off again, does George. Spinning down over the 45 to the 37-yard line. Looked like Victor Jackson. And again, George gives it to Jackson, and they get more yardage out of the interception than they ordinarily would. We have 1:23 to play in quarter number 3. Orlando will have the football when we come back. The score is tied at 10.
This design speaks for itself.
Pity it has so little to say.
What's this fabulous wine?
Paul Masson Chenin Blanc. It's crisp and fruity.
Yummy.
Indeed. Instead of following the latest fashions, Paul Masson follows the oldest traditions of winemaking, and it shows.
It's the only dress of its kind.
Hallelujah. Paul Masson will sell no wine before its time.
We got what it takes, true value. We got what it takes. We got what it takes to make it easy. We've got what it takes to make it good.
During June, get the Master Electrician Trouble Light for just $4.49. Look for the Hardware Value of the Month banner at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
We've got what it takes, true value.
As you watch on the replay, the ball was clearly in Gary Lowell's hand, and really it's not the quarterback's fault because he put the ball the only place he could, right in the receiver's hands. He cannot catch the ball for the receiver. The ball bounced off his hand, and the quarterback gets credit for the interception. That's right. Sometimes the quarterback has got to take the heat sometime. But Jeff George was in the right place at the right time. And watch the pitch to Victor Jackson. Really just a great heads-up play on both their parts. And Victor Jackson is a great open field runner, as you see.
Jeff George with 8 interceptions for the season. 10-10 tie as Jackson is out of bounds, and it means the football is at the 35-yard line of Los Angeles for the Orlando Renegades. Shotgun once again for Collier and company. Reggie rolling this time. And he is going to get to the line of scrimmage, maybe shy, and that's it, and we're going to have a flag down. Coming over, hitting him late, we had Howard Carson along with Georgia Chica. Carson looks like he had the flag thrown against him.
Roughness, Number 75 on the defense.
Well, Georgia Chica picks it up, and we understand Chica will be in July with the Indianapolis Colts, and we watch it again.
Watch how smooth Reggie Collier is. He just glides along. I mean, it just really is no effort to him. Just flies through the hole, and Chica really got him out of bounds. There's no question about it. That was a good call by the referee. Even if I was playing running back and they got me out of bounds, I know I'd want a flag on that play.
So the ball is brought down following the penalty to Chica to the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for Orlando in Los Angeles territory. We have Parrish splitting wide to the left side.
It's important that they come away with points no matter how they do it now, Fred.
Again, 4 wide receivers in the ball game as Collier wants to throw. Pressure, but Reggie eludes the pressure, completes the pass to Joey Walters at the 19-yard line. Wyman Henderson all over Walters, but Joey, the sure-handed receiver, made the catch in a good effort that time by Collier to get rid of the football under heavy Los Angeles pressure.
You watch the replay. Reggie did it. There's no replay, but you watch Reggie get rid of the ball because he really showing the quickness of his arm. And they're still back in the 2-minute offense, and they need to get points right here, Fred.
26 seconds to play in quarter number 3, still tied 10-10. The ball 2nd and 8 from the 19. Collier looking to the end zone. Fires complete at the 5-yard line. Walters reverses field. Touchdown, Orlando. With 10 seconds left in quarter number 3, Reggie Collier hooks up for his 2nd touchdown pass of the night. The reception made by Joey Walters. Touchdown number 5 for Joey Walters this season, and we watch it again.
Fred, you watch. Reggie waits for Joey Walters to clear out over the middle. Joey does a great job of stopping after he catches the ball, makes a 360 turn, and goes in the end zone. That's why they call him the old man, because he knows what's happening during the ball game. Great reception and run by Joey Walters.
16-10 now. Brockhouse trying to tack on the 17th point of the night for Orlando. 10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So we have 10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. The Orlando Renegades now in front by a touchdown over the Los Angeles Express here in Orlando at 17-10. The Renegades will be booting downfield of the Express when we come back, and we'll see if L.A.
Nothing beats the quality of Uniroyal tires, and no one beats the fast, expert service of Beasley Tire Service, specializing in brakes, front-end alignment, computerized balancing, and custom mag wheels. Beasley Tire Service maintains a complete selection of Uniroyal tires, featuring the popular Royal Seal All-Season tire, which automatically seals most tread punctures. Beasley Tire Service offers free pickup and delivery in the humble Kingwood area. Call the location nearest you.
You are looking at the greatest gift in the world, the gift of life. The American Red Cross asks that you donate your blood so a fellow human being can live. Give the gift of life. Give blood. No other gift will ever mean as much.
10 seconds remaining in quarter number 3 here in Orlando. The Renegades just taking the lead 17-10. A Collier to Walters touchdown pass. Brockhouse will be kicking deep to Haynes and Bodie. And the onside try may have been picked out by the Orlando Renegades to Albert Gray. Let's see, it had to go 10 yards. Did Gray get it inside that 10-yard area or not? A little bit of a discussion going on there.
Fred, I think what they're ruling is that the receiver went out of bounds and then came back in to catch it,
yes.
And you cannot do that.
Let's watch.
It certainly caught the Los Angeles Express by surprise, and I think that's it.
Up his feet. His feet out of bounds, and now we have the discussion.
I thought that was a great call by Lee Corso. What do you think?
It caught me by surprise. Now we still have the argument ongoing down below us. And
short kick by the kicking team. Free kick, 5-yard penalty.
So we have the 5-yard penalty tacked on.
Fred, did the ball go 10 yards?
It looked like it did to me. We'll watch it again if we have that ready to go down there in the truck. We'll see if it does go to 10, because it had to go beyond the 45-yard line. And when he recovered the ball, when Gray recovered the ball, he had it at the 47-yard line. So the Renegades will be assessed a 5-yard penalty on the kick, meaning the kick will be coming to from the 30-yard line rather than the 35. Let's watch it again here, Billy. Let's see what happens on this on the replay. Let's see where the ball finally bounces. Okay, the ball coming wide. It goes. Well, it's hard to tell from that angle whether it had gone the 10 yards or not. Let's see what Brockhouse. Oh, he says, I laid it out there perfectly and it didn't come through.
I thought that was a great element of surprise by Lee Corso, and that's why he's such an exciting coach.
Again, Haynes and Bodie back deep for Los Angeles. This time they're up at the 15-yard line. And Brockhouse will kick away this time. Bodie angling, makes the catch at the 16 to the 20. Bodie at the 30, and is upended at the 30-yard line. Good tackle that time by the special teams and Kelvin McCowan for the Orlando Renegades, and that should end the third quarter here in Orlando. And it is. The third quarter is over. Orlando leads Los Angeles 17-10.
The upset of the week is brought to you by Pepto-Bismol. For most common stomach discomforts, the one that coats is the only one you need. T.C. Chen was at the top of the leaderboard for the first 3 rounds of the U.S. Open. Big names like Nicholas, Watson, and Trevino missed the cut, but Chen, playing in his first Open, could do no wrong until the final round when his game collapsed and Andy North picked up the pieces.
To finally win again, it's really great, and have it be a U.S. Open is really special.
Andy North's come-from-behind win at the U.S. Open, the Pepto-Bismol upset of the week.
Soon, this place will be jumping. People will stuff themselves with hot dogs and hot tacos, and that can give them heartburn.
Boy, if I were home, I'd take some Pepto.
Oh, you could still take Pepto. Portable Pepto.
When heartburn or upset stomach hits, fight back with Pepto-Bismol. The soothing effectiveness that's in Pepto-Bismol liquid is also in Pepto-Bismol tablets. When you need relief, don't forget portable Pepto tablets. Now, who says you can't take it with you?
When you check into any Best Western, you can be sure that our inspector has thoroughly checked it out. His regular 1,000-point inspection is your assurance of Best Western value everywhere you travel. Stay with the world's largest and most distinctive lodging chain, Best Western. The right place at the right price.
Call 1-800-528-1234, Best Western.
Get ready, New York, for the first title game to come your way in 20 years. The championship of the USFL. Sunday, July 14th, the United States Football League will crown its champion beginning at 8 p.m. at the Meadowlands. This is your chance to see football at its best. Tickets are available at the Meadowlands box office and all Ticketron outlets.
Fred Manfra and Billy Taylor back here at Orlando, Florida. The homestanding Renegades leading the visitors from Los Angeles. The Express 17-10. Have you checked your ticket stub, Billy? They're giving away a trip to Europe right now here in the stands.
I definitely need a vacation, Fred.
Well, somebody won it. They're very happy. You hear the applause down there. They've been giving away a lot of things tonight, like a fan appreciation night here in Orlando. Los Angeles not appreciating the score. 17-10, they trail. 1st and 10 for Frank Sire and the Express. Just underway, 4th quarter. Sire with some pressure will try to scramble out of it to the 30. Sire to the 35, up to the 37-yard line. Frank Sire. Kevin Kellen making the tackle. Orlando has had some problem in the 3rd quarter of their games this season, as you can see.
As a matter of fact, they've been outscored almost triple or quadruple what they usually do. They really rectified it this quarter, and I think it's a tribute to themselves. As a matter of fact, I was talking to Reggie Collier and Joel Patton before the game, and they said that they wanted to stay out and not go inside in the half so they could try to do something about it. Evidently, they did.
Want to keep playing. Let it go. Forget halftime.
That's what they wanted to do. But they've done a good job, Fred.
First down on that Sire scramble at the 37-yard line for the Express. Pitch left side. Tony Bodie gone. Bodie hurdles over a tackle. Bodie, what a run by Tony Bodie. All, again, individual effort. We've seen it tonight often for Bodie. Inside the 50 to the 49-yard line. Albert Gray there making the tackle. Tony Bodie from Montana State. We watch him again.
It's a great run by Tony Bodie. He cuts in, but I know as a running back, they always tell me it's dangerous to leave your feet. If you watch him, he leaves his feet because sometimes you can literally get taken out of there by it. But he does a great effort and really picks up a positive 15 yards. Nice run.
First and 10 for Los Angeles. 13:07 to play in the football game. The final one, the 18th one on the schedule for these teams. Sherrod in motion. Sire completes the pass. Out of bounds, Gary Lowell. Albert Gray defending. Lowell, a first-year pro from Oklahoma. (17-10). The Orlando Renegades lead. They scored the only touchdown of the third quarter. Let's look at the stats for quarter number 3. Oh, surprisingly, Los Angeles with a 4-minute edge. Oh, let's call it a 3-minute edge in time of possession.
I think the turnover hurt them. I think that's exactly why the difference in the game is now.
Coaches lament turnover. First and 10 for Los Angeles. In Orlando territory, Sire rifles the ball. Complete for another first down at the 25-yard line. Chris Haynes, the receiver. Jeff George making the tackle on Haynes immediately, but another first down for Los Angeles. And we watch Frank Sire as he just threads the needle there, right on the money.
He shows he's got a tremendous arm. He puts that ball there quicker than even Steve Young did. As a matter of fact, they've got 2 good quarterbacks in their team. I've heard that a lot of teams in the NFL wanted Frank Sauer.
Well, one of them was Seattle Seahawks. 25-yard line of Orlando for the Los Angeles Express. Frank Sire from Kansas, University of Kansas, calling the plays. Sherrod again spinning in the backfield. Jumping offside. Ed McElhaney for the Orlando Renegades. McElhaney came charging through.
Encroachment, number 79 on the defense. First down.
Sometimes you wonder, Fred, how can McElhaney jump offside, because he's right there on the ball and he should be watching the ball. That is a mental mistake.
McElhaney has been around pro football. A couple of teams in the National Football League with tries up in the CFL for Calgary last season. Played for Pittsburgh and this entire season for the Orlando Renegades. Attended the University of Massachusetts with Ed McElhaney. 11:44 to play in this football game and the season for the Express and the Renegades. The Renegades lead by 7, but the Express have the football. First and 10 from the Renegade 20-yard line. Gray is hit at the line of scrimmage and then stumbles to the 19-yard line. Scott Hutchinson there to hit Mel Gray. But a gain of 1 yard by Mel Gray to the 19. It'll be second down and 4. Gray again limping off. We told you earlier he's been bothered by knee problems, ankle problems, and he comes in there, carries the ball 1 or 2 times, goes off limping. He'll be back in a few plays later.
That's what you call a tough running back. You have to play when you're hurt. That's part of the game.
I understand John Hadel said, Mel, don't play tonight. And he said, I want to play, Coach. I want to play.
He's a competitor. To be a running back, you've got to be a competitor. I'm not patting myself on the head either, Freddie.
Second down and 4. Bodie has the first down for Los Angeles at the 15-yard line. Kelvin Atkins there for the Orlando Renegades in this entire fourth quarter here has been in the hands of the Los Angeles Express. We have 10 minutes and 28 seconds now to play in the football game. And the Orlando Renegades have had a tough time holding the Express down in quarter number 4.
This is an impressive drive by the Express because they're retaliating right after Orlando had just scored.
Sire looks down that line. Sherrod in motion. Tony Bodie flagged down. Bodie inside the 5 to the 2-yard line, but a flag thrown at the 15-yard line. Victor Jackson to stop Tony Bodie.
Number 56 on the offense. First down.
Gary Zimmerman caught holding, and that negates a 1st and goal to go from the 1, and it'll be brought back and then some.
But you know, Fred, Tony Bodie made an excellent cut up inside and really showed his acceleration and his great power for being such a small running back. Gary Zimmerman is one of the better offensive linemen for the Express, and he was holding on the play. You don't like to see the offensive lineman holding on running plays.
And that hold brings the football back to the 25-yard line of Orlando for the Los Angeles Express. 1st and 20 now for the Express, trailing 17-10. Under 10 minutes to go in this contest. Lowell splitting wide to the right side. Haynes splitting wide to the left. Sherrod spinning once again. Sire looking for Haynes. Drawn to Haynes. Incomplete. Haynes was at the 3-yard line. Defended well at the 3 by Albert Gray.
Fred, that's what you call a fade pattern, meaning that the receiver just stays to the outside position and the quarterback tries to lead him upfield. I thought I saw Chris Haynes push off the defensive man, Victor Jackson, a little bit, but the referee always gives in to the offensive people.
Well, we're seeing something that John Hadel said we might see. Young and Sire both in the football game at the same time. Number 10 and number 8 down there for the Los Angeles Express. Hadel told us he may use Young as a wide receiver in tonight's football game, and we'll see where he lines up.
He's in the backfield, Fred.
He's a running back.
Steve Young is in the backfield.
And Young is blocking, believe it or not. Pass thrown over the middle. It's intercepted after being tipped several times. Victor Jackson with a football. Jackson to the 20-yard line. 3rd interception of the night by the Orlando Renegade defensive backs. Mike Durrett for Los Angeles finally making the stop, but the 3rd big turnover of the night. And Jackson gets embraced. Jeff George with 2 interceptions. Victor Jackson with 1 interception. We have 9 minutes and 7 seconds to play in the football game. Orlando with a football and a 17-10 lead over Los Angeles.
Now, home communications is made simpler because QT&T put a telephone answering machine, a hands-free speakerphone, and a solid-state push-button telephone into the QT&T answer phone. This home communication center screens your calls with a pre-recorded message, records up to 60 messages, lets you have simultaneous group conversations, gives you push-button dialing on any phone system, and features a mute button and redial button. These components sold separately could cost over $300, but QT&T suggested retail price $139.95. But wait, save money when you buy direct from Urban General, only $79.95. And QT&T offers an optional 6-year warranty. No other phone company does that. Here's how to order.
Use your credit card for rush delivery by calling 1-800-331-1000 or send check or money order for $79.95 plus $5 shipping and handling to Answer Phone, Box 121, Plainville, Connecticut.
Okay. Well, thanks to the 3rd interception of the night for Orlando, the Renegades have that football at the 20-yard line. No, this is not Pinball Wizard here. Watch this interception.
McAllister tips it first, then Ron Freeman, the other linebacker, gets a tip. Victor Jackson makes a great one-handed catch. And really, that was just great team defense. Victor Jackson makes a nice little return.
Now, let's grade the quarterback playing running back, blocking on this one. There's Steve Young.
Well, he helps out the offensive lineman, Derek Denard, and those offensive linemen love it when you help them. That's a good job by Steve Young, showing his versatility. The only reason he was in there, Fred, is because Mel Gray was out.
And the fact that Los Angeles only has 2 running backs, Gray and Bodie. First down for Orlando. Handoff to Bledsoe by Collier. And Curtis brings it up to the 29-yard line. Wyman Henderson, the free safety, wrapping up Curtis Bledsoe. But a nice run by Bledsoe. And now the Renegades would like to wind that clock down so they can catch a 5th victory for the first time in their franchise history.
Fred, that's just a simple draw play. Excellent job by Joel Patton. Opened up a hole. Curtis Bledsoe gets through the line untouched and shows his great strength and speed. Nice block by Joel Patton.
There it is again, tipped this time
by Ben Rudolph, number 76, former New York Jet. Used to know him back in New York, Ben Rudolph.
You know a little bit about that New York football scene.
Oh, yes. I've been up there a little while. Played a few years with the Giants. Even played a couple games with the Jets, Fred.
3rd down and 2 now for the Orlando Renegades. So the left cornerback Jeff George with 2 interceptions tonight, 8 on the season for the Renegades. And Victor Jackson, who just picked off the Sire pass, has 8 as well. So the free safety in the left corner tied for the interception leads for Orlando with 8 apiece, Victor Jackson and Jeff George. Now on the 3rd and 2. Collier wants to throw it on the 3rd down, looking downfield, rifles the ball complete to the tight end for the first time tonight. Bob Mazolik makes the reception, 1st down for the Orlando Renegades. Trent Bryant, the left corner, pushing the tight end out of bounds, but not before a big 1st down for Orlando at the 37, let's call it the 38-yard line.
As you watch in the replay, watch how much poise Reggie Collier has. It's a play-action pass. He just sits back there, directs traffic, and just finds the open man. Really, what a quarterback. I'm really impressed with Reggie Collier because it was 3rd and 2. You expect him to run it, to come up with a play action, and then get the 1st down. That's really offensive football. I love it.
2 seasons ago, Reggie Collier to start running. Last season with Washington, Reggie Collier had been scrambling all over the place, running around like a chicken with his head cut off. This time he passes it, complete for the 1st down.
Now they need to run the ball.
And they are going to do that, Coach. Bledsoe to the 40-yard line. He was sliced down by John Higgins in the backfield, but managed to get up beyond the line of the scrimmage to the 40-yard line.
This is when the running game has got to come into focus because they've got the lead with 8 minutes left in the game. They've got to utilize the clock and possibly at least come away with 3 points so that they have to make L.A. score at least twice to win the game.
Bledsoe tonight, 8 carries for 30 yards.
Bledsoe's been bothered by a sore hip, but they need to run the ball again, keep the clock moving.
17-10, Orlando leading Los Angeles. Curtis with the football again, and Curtis to the 44-yard line. Going to be 4 yards shy of the 1st down at the Orlando 44. Howard Carson, the veteran middle linebacker for Los Angeles there.
Fred, you watching the replay, the left side of the Orlando offense, Ed Moransky and Tom Dornberg, they just fire off the ball, and look at that. That's exactly what a running backs need. Just get him to the line of scrimmage, and he can do the rest. That's what you call an offensive surge, Fred.
3rd down for Orlando. We have 7:12 to play in this football game. And you hear the fans telling their team they want this victory. 5 wide receivers. 1 back, and that's the quarterback. Collier on the shotgun on the 3rd down. Collier, quick pitch over the middle. He completes it to Jeff Smith, but shy of the 1st down by a yard. Smith now and Wyman Henderson go battling against each other. Smith and Henderson went at it, and then Henderson threw that forearm, and Smith went flying back. Smith had his bell rung by Wyman Henderson that time, but it's going to be shy of the 1st down by about a yard or so at the 47-yard line of Orlando.
Fred, the left guard did an excellent job of coming out and pick up the defensive back that was blitzing. It allowed Collier to get the ball off to Smith.
Well, now I said the 47, but the official marks that football at the 48-yard line, and we may have a measurement here coming to see if the chains will stretch it out and whether that football has got the 1st down. But it looked like when he was initially stopped, it was at the 47, and then the officials marked the ball at the 48.
I think the official may be an Orlando Renegade fan. What do you think?
Well, we'll see here. Let's see if he got him the 1st down.
It's going to be close.
Yes, I think it's the 1st. Yep. Half a football, 1st down.
That's the kind of breaks that the LA Express have been getting all year because I thought the defensive player made a great play to stop the player, but I guess the momentum allowed him to get the 1st down.
Now 6:44 to go in the football game here in Orlando. The homestanding Renegades have a touchdown lead against Los Angeles. Los Angeles with just 3 victories this season. Orlando with 4 coming into this contest.
This is an impressive drive, Fred.
Well, the Express put on a good drive until they had the interception. Curtis Bledsoe to the midfield marker. Stopped by David Howard.
You know, Fred, I'm getting the feeling that Bledsoe is beginning to get in the flow of the game. Sometimes it takes a running back 3 or 4 times to get hit, to get the ball, to kind of get in the flow. Bledsoe is now running very hard, and when he gets hit, he's going to go forward for positive yardage.
6 minutes to play. Well, so far tonight, number 87 Jeff Smith has 8 receptions. That ties the all-time best for the team. It's his personal best as a pro football player. Handoff. Curtis Bledsoe. Bledsoe charging forward into Los Angeles territory at the 44-yard line, shy of the first down by about a yard.
Fred, as you watch the replay, watch the left side of the Orlando Renegades offensive line. Tom Dornbrook, Ed Moransky and Jerry Durger. They're doing an excellent job. Bledsoe's coming through the hole. He's running with reckless abandon, keeping his feet moving and really going positive. And I think that's what you need right now is to go keep the clock moving and go forward.
Now Cornelius Quarles comes into the football game at running back, replacing Lonnie Johnson. Yeah. Also coming out of the ball game is Jerry Parrish for the Renegades. We're going to go with that double tight end setup, the in close here as we have a 3rd down and 1.5 for Orlando from the 44 of Los Angeles. But Collier's going to throw it. Lobs it complete to Joey Walters. Did Walters have the first down or did he not have the first down after he was hit hard by Wyman Henderson? That's the question that will be answered here momentarily.
As a matter of fact, you watch, Henderson cannot wait to level Joey Walters out. It was a great defensive play by Wyman Henderson. He's just sitting there waiting for him. Watch him come up and deliver the blow. They teach that in high school, the form tackle. Excellent tackle.
I think it's going to be shy of the first down.
What do you do as a coach, Fred? Do you go for it right now? You're ahead by 7 with 4 minutes left. Do you go for it or do you punt?
I'll tell you, tough decision. I think I would punt, though, and go for the corner about the 5-yard line.
Well, your defense is playing well, and you're going to allow, if you punt it, you're going to make them go at least 85 yards to have to tie the score.
We have 4 minutes, 44 seconds to go in this football game, the final one of the season for both teams. Neither playoff bound. In fact, both in the cellars of their respective conferences.
But listen, Fred, if they do punt and you're the Express, do you go for the block or do you set up a return?
Well, I think they're having the question answered right now. I think they're going to go for the first down.
That's dangerous now. They're playing wide open football.
Well, they went for the onside kick earlier.
Yeah, they're not holding back.
Well, let's see who we have in there in the running back slot. Curtis Bledsoe. We're going to have that 3 lineup again.
See, I'd give it to Bledsoe because he's running hard, but then I'd also give it to Reggie Collier to roll out on. Either way, you've got something.
Walters in man in motion. And Collier, as you called it, the rollout, first down. Collier inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. Billy, you're in the wrong spot. You're coaching this football team.
Well, if you got a talent like Reggie Collier that can run and throw and is playing an intelligent ball game, you're watching the replay. He's got the option to run it or throw it. The offensive line does a great job of not allowing penetration, and his option is right there. He runs or pass, but it was already made up. He knew he was running the ball. Great pickup by Reggie Collier for a very important first down.
Clock rolling with 4 minutes exactly to play in this football game. The Orlando Renegades protecting a 7-point lead at 17-10.
Give the ball to Bledsoe right here. Use the clock. Audible.
Johnson moving away. Man off on the right side for Los Angeles. Throw incomplete. Flag down. Flags all over the place. Don Eccles, the intended receiver. David Howard, right linebacker out there. But that was before we had flags flown.
Offside. Number 58 on the defense. First down.
That's David Howard offside for the Los Angeles Express. That'll give 5 yards to the Orlando Renegades, bringing it to the 31-yard line. We have 3:39 to go in football game number 18.
You know, Fred, you yourself have watched Reggie almost as much as I've played with him, and you have to really note the really poise that he's shown because he is directing this ball game today.
Well, Reggie Collier has been a vastly improved quarterback in this 1985 season. Collier gives off to Curtis Bledsoe to the 30-yard line, maybe the 29 for Curtis with 3:12 to go in the contest. Howard Carson, the stop for Los Angeles. There has never been any question about the athletic ability of Reggie Collier. Who's down? Some player down for the Orlando Renegades, and he's writhing in pain. We have 3 minutes and 5 seconds with the clock stopped to go in this football game. The Renegades lead the Los Angeles Express by 7. When we return, it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Renegades from the Los Angeles 31.
How long has it been since you've been down? Well, that's too long. We go down with Sport Divers.
Sport Divers offer complete scuba instructions from beginning through instructors, satisfaction guaranteed. Let Sport Divers handle your rental needs or provide service on your present equipment and prepare you for one of Sport Divers' exciting diving vacations. It's time to go down with Sport Divers of Houston.
Sport Divers of Houston in the Clear Lake, Webster area.
The kids of today are the doctors, the engineers, the scientists, the teachers of tomorrow. Only with your help can they be assured of a first-rate college education. Because today, colleges are having a hard time coping with the high costs of learning. Invest in the future of America. Please give to the college of your choice.
That was Ed Fulton, who was down for the Orlando Renegades. He got up under his own power. He's over here on the near sideline now for the Renegades.
Fred, he's one of my ex-teammates. He blocked for me last year with the Federals, and he's really a tough competitor, and I just hate to see him get hurt this last game because he started all 18 games this year.
Out of the University of Maryland is Ed Fulton.
Give it to Bledsoe again.
On the 2nd and 5 for Orlando. You got it. Curtis with the football bangs into blockers and tacklers. May have the first down as he got to the 26-yard line.
What you have to do now, Fred, as a running back, you got to hold the ball with both hands and not really be as certain as trying to get the first down as you are of holding on to the ball. That's very important right now.
The clock is stopped with 2:36. First down signaled, and we have a little bit better than 2.5 minutes to play. Clock's restarted as we roll to the 2-minute warning. 17-10. The Orlando Renegades with the first down and that 7-point lead here as we approach the 2-minute warning in this football game.
What is impressive, Fred, is Orlando, as we stated before, is going for the most wins in their franchise, and that's the 5th win. They've got an excellent chance right now. The only thing they can do now is lose it themselves.
And Los Angeles calls a timeout now with 13 seconds till we hit the 2-minute warning. So with 2 minutes and 13 seconds to play in the football game, it's Orlando 17, Los Angeles with a timeout in 10.
I'm Bart Connor. You know, for all of us, the 1984 Summer Olympics represented a new spirit of excellence. Relive it with me on ESPN.
What do you call a charcoal that doesn't need lighter fluid? Convenient.
Matchlight charcoal. What could be more convenient? Here's pro football quarterback Danny White for Bite.
Folks, the word's out. Bite coaches shorts aren't just for coaches anymore. They're for everybody. These are the original coaches shorts. Comfortable and versatile. Missed a spot. Great for golf or softball or a neighborhood football game. I throw them, I don't catch them. I would wear them to work, but I wear another Bike original instead. When you want the original, what you want is Bike.
In 1914, Isuzu lost the first car race in Japan to a horse. Today, Isuzu's Turbo Impulse is getting even.
Saturday's best USFL matchups right here. The Arizona Outlaws and Memphis Showboats collide in a crucial showdown. Catch the live action only on ESPN.
Now 2 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the final football game of the season for both the Los Angeles Express and the Orlando Renegades. The Renegades trying to protect that touchdown lead. They have it 1st and 10 from the 25 of Los Angeles. Collier gives it to Bledsoe. Bledsoe backing his way over the 25 to the 23-yard line. The 2:04. We're coming to the 2-minute warning, and we'll have that 2-minute warning just about now. So we have 2 minutes left in the football season of 1985 for the Renegades and the Express. The Renegades lead by 7, 17-10.
No matter how fast life gets, no matter how hard you work, Right Guard can help keep you smelling good for up to 24 hours. That's protection. Right Guard protection.
goodness, Kellogg's Mini Wheats. But the delicious frosted side makes the rich kid in me open wide.
The nutritious shredded wheat helps keep me on my toes. But the little ballerina in me thinks the taste steals the show.
Kellogg's Mini Wheats, wholesome shredded wheat for the adult in you, great taste for the kid in you. So they're delicious and nutritious.
The whole grain wheat really packs a crunch, but the delicious taste gives it just the right punch.
Just 2 minutes remain in the 1985 football season for the Orlando Renegades and the Los Angeles Express, and you have to wonder whether 2 minutes remain in the franchise for the Los Angeles Express.
That is correct, because there's going to be a lot of things up in the air, but one thing's for certain, somebody is ending on a positive note. People only remember the last things you do, Fred.
Well, the Orlando Renegades have had the ball for over 7 minutes now. This is their 15th play on this drive. 2nd and 7. Bledsoe tripped up immediately at the line of scrimmage. So Curtis Bledsoe got to the line of scrimmage, and that was it. Under 2 minutes now to go. 140. Lee Corso can taste victory number 5 right now as he paces the sidelines, and you just wonder what Corso will react. You see the reaction there of John Hadel. He has 1 minute and 27 seconds left in his USFL coaching career. And what a miserable season it's been for Hadel. Collier on the 3rd and 8 rolling. Collier going to keep it himself, sliding down at the 20-yard line.
Great job by Reggie Collier staying in bounds. That's really a smart quarterback. He's keeping the clock moving, and I think really that's really the difference in Reggie from this year to last year, as he's improved mentally the entire game.
So it looks like we're going to have the timeout call. Yes, it will be by the Los Angeles Express as they try to save every bit of the precious seconds. 1 minute and 4 seconds to go in the football game here in Orlando. The homestanding Renegades 17, the Express 10.
King Edward cigars. Think about the taste. Think about the price. It makes a man want to smoke 'em. Smoke 'em. Smoke 'em. Smoke 'em. Smoke 'em. King Edward cigars. Smoke 'em.
This buzz for everyone in the spotlight before the show begins. Hey, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
Hey, man, nice job.
This Bud's
Field goal. Well, Los Angeles taking its last time out, setting up this Brockhouse field goal try of 38 yards. Brockhouse earlier connected on a 33-yard try with 1:04 to play in the football game. 4th and 5 for Orlando from the 20 of Los Angeles. Brockhouse gets the snap back. He lofts it toward the uprights, and the kick is no good. With 1 minute to go, the Los Angeles Express will have the football and the opportunity to deadlock this football game.
You know, Fred, what that reminds me of is last year with the Washington Federals, we missed 5 or 6 games because the field goal kicker was not able to connect in the last couple seconds of the game.
Well, here's how we put the points on the board. Reggie Collier connecting with Smith as he has done so often this evening to give the Renegades a 7-0 lead, tied there by Bodie. Then we had the field goals from Zendejas and Brockhouse. And then here in the second half, what could be the winning score put on there. Under a minute to go. Sire throws the ball, batted in the air. Hitting the football was Ike Griffin. The second time tonight, Griffin has hit the ball straight up in the air, causing an incompletion for the Orlando Renegades with 56 seconds to play in the football game. Griffin is high right now. Lee Corso said this is so important to get this victory for his Renegades team. Even though the next football game won't be coming to the fall of '85, it's great to end on an up note. 2nd and 10. for Los Angeles. 56 seconds to play. Sire again, obviously, to throw it. Sherrod gets the pass to the 23-yard line of scrimmage. A little bit more Albert Gray there to stop Sherrod with 44 seconds. Los Angeles, no timeouts remaining. You see the calling of the plays there by Sire as he is trying to give him the finger call.
It is so tough to try to score from 80 yards out with no timeouts. It is so tough.
Sire again to Sherrod. Sherrod to the 25. I don't think he has the first down. Just shy of that first down. Out of bounds, however, with 25 seconds. Stopping the clock. Atkins and George stopping Sherrod.
It was a great job by trying to get out of bounds because he was aware that they did not have any timeouts left. This is a great situation for the Orlando fans, Fred. They've endured a lot this year, and they've really stuck hard with their team, and they're getting what they richly deserve, a victory at the end of the season.
Well, Los Angeles Express, 3-15 if they do not come up with a touchdown right now. With 25 seconds to go. Again, Sire trying to get the play out to the rest of his teammates. Sire with some time. Plenty of it. Finally throws. Incomplete. Darren Long is the intended receiver. Kelvin Atkins playing the tough defense on the 4th and 1.
That play,
and that will be the ball game.
That play right there was the indication of the season the LA Express had, because it was 4th and 1. All they needed was 1 yard to be able to pick up the first down, and they did not get it. It was a great day for Orlando and Reggie Collier and the entire organization of the Renegades.
And the congratulations being handed out along the near side, the Orlando sideline. 17 seconds to go in the ball game. Orlando will wind up with season 5-13. Los Angeles 3-15. The Express 8 straight losses, 0 for May and 0 for June. The Los Angeles Express not winning in the final 2 months of the 1985 campaign.
That's got to be sad for them as players, because the players played hard today. You have to admit, they all came out to play. Even though it was the last game, possibly in the history of the franchise, they played well.
Well, they say that they'll play in the Valley in 1986 with a new owner, but of course, everything in the United States Football League really depends on one thing: a television contract with one of the major networks, or a major type of a contract that they can go head up with the NFL in the fall. And there it is, the end of the football game. Lee Corso's Renegades win the football game to have the best record in the franchise history. The Renegades finish with a 5-13 record as they beat the Express here in Orlando 17-10.
American Express presents Do You Know Me? A look at the lives and careers of famous athletes. This week's American Express sports personality took Grambling to the 1961 NAIA title. Then, as his second-round pick in the NBA draft, he played to the tune of a Rookie of the Year in 1965. You'll meet him after this word from American Express.
Do you know me? It's frightening how many novels of suspense I've written. But still, when I'm not recognized, it just kills me. So instead of saying I wrote Carrie, I carry the American Express card. Without it, isn't life a little scary?
To apply for the card, look for an application and take one.
The American Express card. Don't leave home without it.
Do you know this week's American Express sports personality? He was selected to the NBA All-Star team 7 times and was voted MVP in 1970. The 6'10" center averaged 21 points per game that season and was named the MVP in the playoffs of both Knicks title victories. He went on to coach the Knicks and Creighton University following his retirement. He's Willis Reed, this week's American Express sports personality.
You know what I don't like about dandruff? Dandruff shampoos. I'm afraid they won't leave my hair the way I like it. This shampoo cares for my hair. It's the only one with a self-balancing formula. Puts dandruff protection where I need it, on my scalp, not on my hair, and it conditions where I need it. Leaves my hair looking and feeling good. Yeah, my shampoo's a dandruff shampoo. But it's today's Head & Shoulders. It cares for my hair.
Well, spring football for the Orlando Renegades ends in '85 on the up note. They beat Los Angeles 17-10. The USFL on ESPN has been brought to you by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. Upcoming on ESPN, USFL football Saturday, 8 Eastern Time, Arizona and Memphis. Monday, a good one, Oakland and Houston, also 8 p.m. Eastern Time. For Billy Taylor, this is Fred Manfred from Orlando. Good night from Central Florida. Final again, Orlando 17, Los Angeles 10.
Fly the friendly skies of United, serving more of the nation's top 100 business centers than anyone.
You're flying the friendly skies.
Rekindle the flame of the Summer Olympic Games. The Los Angeles Spirit of Excellence lives on here on ESPN starting June 29th on your Total Sports Network.
Hi, everybody.